You are looking at Tulski Field in Mishawaka. It is the site of the 64th chapter of Michiana's most intense football rivalry, as St. Joe and Marian get together for what they call the Holy War on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. How you doing, everybody? Alongside the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt and Angelo DiCarlo, my partner, it's Chuck Freeby. Great to have you with us for what should be an exciting night of football here on Sports Michiana. Bo, St. Joe comes in with a record of 2-1, and they're coming off what may be the best win of Ben Downey's second stint as the St. Joe head coach, 7-0 shutout of New Prairie. The question is, can they build on the momentum?
Yeah, I really think they can. I mean, his first stint, he had championship teams, and now coming into this second stint, it's going to take a little while to really build the team and have them believe in it. I really think they bought in last week and understood what this system is, and more wins are going to come.
Ben Downey has played and coached in this rivalry. What does it mean to him?
Well, I mean, you know, everybody circles it, so every game is incredibly important. Every possible win is you know, so wonderful because you put so much work in. But just the fact that so many people know each other so well, it just makes this different. I mean, honestly, more than anything, it's the relationships and the bragging rights. Other than that, it's just a normal game.
Marian is 1-2, but do not be deceived. The Knights could easily be 3-0 against a very tough schedule.
Yeah, their schedule at the beginning of the year, playing Mishawaka and then Culver Academy. I mean, two quality opponents that they played, and they hung with both of them. I mean, they were right there, and in the fourth quarter, and Mishawaka kind of got away a little bit, so their offense can really get going. Last week was a kind of a stepping stone, and I think coming into this week, they have a lot of confidence, especially on offense.
Like his counterpart on the other side, this isn't Mike Davidson's first time around this rivalry.
You know, it's all I can say is it's special. I mean, there is an asterisk. You circle it on the calendar, all that stuff, and it's just special. It's one that sticks out. You know, as a player, as a coach, as a son, hopefully someday as a father. You know, it's just special.
Angelo DiCarlo roams the sidelines of this one like a bingo caller tonight, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. You and I have seen our share of these. What is it about this rivalry that makes it so unique?
Well, you got kids that went to grade school together, and then one decided to go to St. Joe, one decided to go to Marian. And they all know each other, whether it's travel baseball or other sports or grade school. They know each other, they're competitors, they want to win off the field, but then when the game's over, they're friends on the field. And this is the first time in quite some time that maybe both teams are pretty good. You know, it's been one or the other for a while, and mostly it's been Marian, but then St. Joe gets that huge win last week. We still think Marian's going to be very good based on what you guys just talked about with their schedule. I think this is going to be a very tight and close game like it's been the last 3 years.
At the end of the game, win or lose, they'll get together for prayer, but typically the loser has to go to confession on Saturday as well. We've got a lot to talk about with the Lilliard Insurance Keys to Win and the St. Joe County Police Department pregame show, and it comes your way next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team, help protect and serve our community. Welcome back to Tulski Field. You are looking live as we get you ready for our St. Joe County Police Department pregame show with the Lilliard Insurance Key Players and Keys to Win. We'll start with St. Joe, and they're led by a couple of sophomores on offense. The quarterback, A.J. Lassane, 5'10", 170 pounds, completing just a little over 50% of his passes so far this season for 508 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's the brother of former Marian quarterback Bryce Lassane, and his favorite target has been Brayson Hurley, a 6'3", 205-pound sophomore. Had 7 receptions last week in the win over New Prairie, 18 for the year. 3 of them have gone to the house. The keys to win for Ben Downey and the Huskies.
The keys to win for the Huskies, they need to protect the football. Too many turnovers in the first few weeks. They need to limit those. Feed the playmakers. Get the playmakers the ball and get outside leverage on defense. Make sure you contain that fast Marian offense.
Marian loves to run the football, and they like to do it with the diminutive running back Brian Osmond, 5'5", 150 pounds, but he's rushed for 345 yards in 3 games so far, including 4 touchdowns. And when they need big hits on defense, they call on Braden Smith, one of the state's leading tacklers with 41 stops so far this year, but he's also a turnover machine, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions. The keys to win for Michael Davidson and the Knights.
Keys to win for the Knights, no turnovers, period. They don't want any. Play fast on defense. Get up, stop that offense of St. Joe, and win the field position battle. They believe that they can win in the kicking game tonight.
In the words of T-Rex, it's time to bang a gun and get it on. These have been the keys to win, brought to you by the Lydiard Insurance Agency on our St. Joseph County Police Department pregame show. The opening kick is next on Sports Michiana.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. We'll take a moment here to check the series history between these two schools. This rivalry dating all the way back to 1967. And St. Joe has the upper hand, although it has narrowed a little bit in recent years. St. Joe now with a 36-27 lead because Marian has won 8 of the last 10, and that includes a 16-10 decision last year on October 13th. Our weather tonight brought to us by our newest partner with Sports Michiana, and that's Patrick Industries. It is a warm night in the Bend, and in the Princess City for that matter. 85 degrees, the wind, gentle zephyr out of the east-southeast at 10 miles an hour, and there is no chance of rain. The captains are meeting at midfield. We'll be back with the opening kickoff after this. You're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
In 1969, America celebrated men landing on the moon. Now the USA is trying to return, and Imagineering Finishing Technologies in South Bend is helping pave the way. IFT is providing paint, chemical conversion coatings, and non-destructive testing services for NASA's Space Launch System and Orion spacecraft, which will deliver astronauts to the moon and possibly Mars. Help make it happen by joining the Imagineering Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
St. Joe has won the toss and deferred, so Marian will receive. St. Joe's opening kickoff will be sponsored by K2 Power Solutions, and our first quarter being brought to us by Peter Horvath Law.
The Horvath family is all in on Marian. Prescott, number 69, is Marian's starting tackle. Waikela, Atticus, and Jackson are all Marian grads. Their dad, Peter, wants to set up their future and your future of your kids. He's a local lawyer specializing in estate planning. Prepare your family's future by contacting Peter Horvath Law today.
Ryder Place does the kicking for St. Joe, and he'll be kicking against this 10-mile-an-hour wind. And as the Knights line up back deep, they've got Deuce Owens on one side and Quinn Roan on the other.
That gives us a chance to check on tonight's uniforms and what the teams are wearing, brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka. St. Joe, they're wearing the black helmets with the white jersey and black pants. Marian's wearing the blue helmets, blue jersey, blue pants. And if you want to help your team look great, It's Tops can help. They are the official outfitter of a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. And they can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
The 64th edition of Michiana's Great Catholic Rivalry is underway with a spinning pooch kick fair catch called by Braxton Brooks at his own 32. Little bit of contact, but nothing that drew a flag. And that's where Marian will begin with the football, with Lucas Marr as their quarterback. He is a 5'10", 178-pound junior, completing 50% of his passes for 359 yards and 3 touchdowns. New offensive coordinator this year for Marian, and that is the head coach, Michael Davidson. His previous OC, Brett Badek, went down to John Glenn. Michael had to assume the offensive coordinator duties last year anyway when Brett's dad, John, got a little bit sick, and so he has slid into that role, and we'll see how he does. Lucas Marr lining up with Brian Osmond, number 2, just to his left. Marian had some injuries to its offensive line in its last game with Adams, and it might show up a little bit here as Osmond is stopped for a gain of 1 on his first carry. And we meet the Marian starting lineup. It's brought to us tonight by Marian High School. Lucas Marr with Brian Osmond in the backfield. Deuce Owens and Braxton Brooks bring some electricity to the wide receivers section. Preston Shue gets the start tonight for the injured all-conference center Giovanni Garcia de la Torre, and Caden Lee in for the injured John Dubosh. 2nd and 9. Marr wants to throw and gets rid of it to Braxton Brooks for a first down, sponsored by Marian High School, up at the St. Joe 48. That's a pickup of 20.
Great first down look right up the middle to Brooks. Brooks coming across the middle wide open. Hit him right on the numbers. Great job picking up that first down, sponsored by Marian High School.
Now Marr will operate from the gun with nobody in the backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left.
Gain of 20 and a first down for the Knights.
Long count by Marr. And we've got a whistle and a flag timeout called by Marian. We'll take it as well. It's sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. 11:03 to go. First quarter, you're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Your car carries precious cargo.
We come back to live action here at Atulski Field. 1st and 10 from the 48 for Marian. They're in St. Joe territory after a 20-yard completion to Braxton Brooks. Brian Osmond, the man in motion. St. Joe coming on a blitz. They hit Marr, but not before he completes the pass out in the flat. And some nifty running. We also have a flag on the play. The pass was to the H-back, Aiden Hansen, but hold on, it's a downfield hold called, and I believe it's going to be called on Marian.
Yeah, it's one of those when they're throwing downfield, you see the offensive guy. Here you can see on the J-Mill packaging replay, looks like it was kind of out of the play and away from it. It doesn't have a lot to do with the play, but again, it's a foul and sort of right around the area, so they're going to call it.
It's far enough downfield that it basically sets up a 1st and 9 for Marian, so they wind up getting a yard out of the transaction, but again, lost some valuable field position.
Yeah, the holding call is from the spot that the infraction took place, which was just past the first down marker.
On 1st and 9, it's Osmond trying to go up the middle. Owen Balint brings him down. That gives us a perfect opportunity to meet the St. Joe defense, being brought to us tonight by Carlton Incorporated. Max Aronowski having a great season up at the outside linebacker spot. Kobe Otto, Owen Balint, the heartbeat of that defense. And then in the secondary, Jack Haig made the big game-saving tackle last week in the 7-0 shutout of New Prairie. We'll talk about that shutout coming up here a little bit later on this opening drive. Right now it's 2nd and 8. Osmond again, the lone back. Balint coming on a blitz. Osmond did a good job picking him up, and Mark completes it up to Braxton Brooks. He gets up to the 33-yard line for another first down, sponsored by Marian High School.
That was just a great job of evading the rush by Balint on the blitz, getting outside Mark, being able to get outside and find Brooks up the field. I mean, it looks like they're going to go to the pass early and often here in this first drive.
Well, they have a lot of confidence in their receivers. Michael Davidson told us before the game he felt like if they could get their playmakers into space, they could have a pretty good night offensively. It's 1st and 10 from the 33. And they give it to Brooks on a jet sweep trying to get around the outside, and a flag comes in because there was a big-time hold by Marian there. You could see the jersey of Luke Short being tugged by a Marian player.
It was Short getting that leverage to the outside. What Coach Downey talked about, his defense needed to get the leverage outside to stop that sweeps and stop from getting outside. He had great position, but the Marian offensive lineman just decided to pull him down on that.
This has been a problem for the Knights early in the season. They have been a little bit self-destructive with these kind of mental mistakes.
Reminder coming up at halftime will be our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher Health Markets to connect.
So it is now 1st and 20 from the 43. And again, it's Marr lined up in the shotgun. He'll give it off to Osmond, who tries to go up the middle, picks up about 2 or 3 yards that time. St. Joe had Diamond Curry coming in on the tackle, and the St. Joe defense posting that shutout last week against New Prairie. That is a rare goose egg for this St. Joe team. The factoids tonight being brought to you by Andrew Weiss with the Knights of Columbus. That shutout was just their 6th in the last 10 years.
Well, not only that, New Prairie getting shut out. That was only the 4th time, I believe, in the last 13 or 14 years, and 2 of those were Penn shutting them out.
Which is a little bit different story than a 4A school doing it. Marr pump fakes, fires over the head of Jack Deerall and incomplete. Deerall was covered nicely that time and by Jack Haig, and it'll be 3rd down and long for Marian. A little bit different story than a 4A school. You'll see it again here on the J-Mill packaging replay as the throw just a little bit too high for Deerall.
A little contact downfield, but not too much right at contact, maybe a little before.
3rd down, they got to get to the 23. Braxton Brooks in motion. They put him in the slot. Marr fires too far for Brooks. It's incomplete, 4th down, and we'll see what Michael Davidson decides to do here. He's going to send his punt unit on and try to play the field position game.
St. Joe High School provides an award-winning and affordable Catholic education that prepares students for both college and career. With the recent expansion of school choice, tuition is more affordable than ever. Join the pack and become a Husky by visiting stjohigh.com.
So a punting situation here for the Marian Knights. And it looks like Mason Simonowski, the 6'2 junior, will come on, punt it away to the side, and Simonowski sees that one roll into the end zone for a touchback. So only a 20-yard net. And now St. Joe will take over for its first possession of the night from its own 20-yard line. And that means they'll have coming out at quarterback the sophomore A.J. Lassane. And this is a very interesting story here, Bo, from the standpoint his brother Bryce has been the quarterback for Marian in the last couple of Holy Wars, and now he's on the other side playing quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting, but it was a choice that A.J. made. I remember talking to his dad, Marcus, and he made the choice to go to St. Joe. He felt that's where a lot of his friends were going, and we see that a lot with this Marian-St. Joe rivalry. A lot of friends, when they're in middle school, will kind of congregate towards the other ones in each of these schools.
Brady Loniger is the running back. He takes the handoff and goes up the middle for a 4-yard pickup. Loniger has been the second leading rusher for this St. Joe team, and the St. Joe starting lineup on offense brought to us by our friends at Place Builders. Along that running back area, Loniger splits times with Franco Biffle. The receivers for the St. Joe Huskies, well, you got Brayson Hurley leading the way with 18 receptions this year, but Dallas Downey has been effective as well. Along the offensive line, Dakota Ditch and Lonnie Curse, a pair of seniors, are the tone setters for Ben Downey's squad. 4-yard pickup, that leaves a 2nd and 6. The throw by Lassane is snared out in the flat, but it's for a loss of 2 as Dallas Downey is corralled right away by the Marian defense. Good job by Marian and Cooper Sooth defending that one, and let's meet that Marian defense right now. Caleb Johnson with 3 sacks, having a heck of a year. The linebacking core led up by the all-conference Joe Boone, and in the secondary, Braden Smith with 41 tackles and 2 interceptions. It was a loss of 2 on the play, on the reception by Downey, and that leaves a 3rd and 8 for the Huskies. Again, Lassane from the gun, rolls to his right, fires in the flat, and it's a little too far for his intended receiver. He was trying to hit James Cranitti, but couldn't make the connection, and it's a 3 and out for St. Joe on its opening possession.
Tonight's factoids are being brought to you by Andrew Weiss of Knights of Columbus. Andrew wants you to know this important factoid that many may not realize, that the Knights of Columbus do Catholic investments and comprehensive financial planning. Let Andrew Weiss be your guide. Learn more at andrewweisskofc.com.
Ryder Place averages almost 40 yards a kick, but he's going into a pretty steady wind right here. Braxton Brooks is the deep man for Marian, back at his 25, and that kick is partially blocked. The kick partially blocked by Caleb Johnson, and it rolls dead at the 37. Excellent field position for the Marian Knights.
Special teams does it again for Marian, gets a little bit of that. There you can see on the J-Mill packaging replay, setting up this great field position to start their second possession.
So Marian gets to take over in plus territory at the Husky 36-yard line, looking at a 1st and 10.
Reminder, our first quarter is sponsored by Peter Horvath Law.
It'll be Lucas Marr at quarterback. Again, Brian Osmond just off to his right. Marr threw for 149 yards in the win last week against Adams, but here he hands it off to Osmond, and Osmond manages to put down his head and get 4 yards. But so far it's been tough going in the running game without those 2 big hosses Garcia, De La Torre, and Dubois in there in front of that Marian offensive line.
Yeah, and they're going to have to get the running game going because right now they're just almost a full-out blitz coming at them, trying to put the pressure on Mar at quarterback, trying to make him get rid of the ball a little bit faster than he can. But he is getting time up there. You know, you got the big old Horvath on the left tackle there, and he's really holding up his end, and then running backs picking up the blitz, giving him just enough time to get rid of it to Brooks the last 2 times for first downs.
St. Joe used a variety of blitzes last week against New Prairie to keep the Cougars off balance. Osmond wanted a timeout. Instead, he turns around, takes the handoff, and picks up about 2 yards. There was all kinds of confusion in the backfield that time.
At Marian High School, we live by our motto, learn, serve, lead. Discover a curriculum that fosters academic excellence, service opportunities that make a difference, and leadership training that empowers. Join us to grow in faith and character. Visit marianhs.org to learn more.
It's 3rd and a short 5 for Marian. The ball between the 30 and the 31. They have to get to the 26. Hanson in motion. It's Osmond up the middle. He's got the first down and more all the way down to the 21-yard line. A quick hitter there for a first down, sponsored by Marian High School, and a pickup of 9. You'll see it again on the J-Mill packaging replay.
Great job of really just keeping it on the ground, trying to get this ground game going. You can see Big Hole is able to get right up through the middle. Great job of just moving guys out of the way. When a defense is aggressive like that, your ability just to get in front of them and let their body just move them. You don't have to push them out of the way. You just got to guide them out of the way, and they're going to open up holes.
And that's what Mark Washington did that time. Now some crossbuck action. Osmond delayed going through the hole, but that was a good move as he's able to pick up 5 before Diamond Curry, the transfer from Clay, brings him down, and Curry lost his helmet on the play, so he's going to have to come off the field.
K2 Power Solutions in South Bend is proud to help power tonight's broadcast. Led by a highly skilled team of diverse professionals, K2 Power Solutions is Michiana's new home for your industrial and commercial electrical service needs. Go St. Joe from K2 Power Solutions.
Pickup of 6 on the play. Osmond now up to 25 yards on 7 carries. And Marian has kept it on the ground this series, but they have trips to the right of Marr. It's Osmond again, and he is hit down on a beautiful blitz that time. Coming through and filling the hole was Austin Radigan, the 6'3", 205-pound junior. Here's another look on the J-Mill packaging replay.
Yeah, it just came right across the offensive line there on the slant. Was able to come in and come right at the play.
Pushed him all the way back to the 19-yard line to set up a 3rd and 7.
Loss of 3 brings up 3rd down and 7 for the night.
Now let's see if Marian goes back to having Marr throw. He had some success on the first series, was 2 out of 4. Brooks in motion comes to his left. And a whistle.
Looks like a false start here on the left side. Yep.
And another penalty that comes back and haunts the Knights here.
The Dices of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools is proud of both Marian and St. Joe High School and the opportunities they both provide families in developing their children spirituality and academically. The Catholic Schools Office also thanks families for choosing Catholic schools. This year's enrollment was up by nearly 4%.
They are our sideline sponsor tonight, so we appreciate their support. 3rd and 11. Again, St. Joe showing blitz, but they back out of it. Marr runs out of time, and down he goes. The sack comes in from the outside with Cobiato, his 3rd sack of the year.
Just got to get rid of that a little bit quicker. He was waiting on some deeper throws downfield. It's one of those you got to pick up just 8 yards at that point, pick up the first down, but big sack by St. Joe.
Instead, it's 4th down from the 28. Marian does not have a kicker who can boot a 45-yard field goal, so instead they'll send out Mason Simonowski to try to pin St. Joe deep in its own territory. Simonowski tries to pooch it towards the goal line, but it rolls into the end zone for the touchback. And St. Joe will get it at the 20, only an 8-yard pickup on that punt.
Yeah, on that situation right there, I know he was trying to go for the corner, but don't miss the corner in that situation. Try to put it out about the 5-yard line. Hey, if you're upgrading your window treatments, hey, don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit qualitywindowtreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
It was a 3-and-out on the first possession for St. Joe. We'll see what the Huskies can do here. Lassane, only a 5'10 sophomore. And this time they line up in an I formation, at least for now. Mason Kazmierzak is the H-back or fullback. But it's Loniger who takes the handoff, and he is stymied right away. Marian came on a little run blitz that time and threw a surprise party.
Yeah, they did a great job of coming up. Looked like Loniger slipped just a little bit trying to make a cut right before the contact. Here you can see the pressure. Oh, he looked like his own guy got back into him. Got pushed back a little bit.
And Joe Boone was more than happy to finish him off for a loss of 3.
Locally owned and going back 4 generations, Place Homes in South Bend has a team of players, architects, and designers ready to work for you on your building your dream home. Visit placehomes.net for more information. Place Homes, building homes, not houses. Go St. Joe.
Lassane wants to throw, but the pass knocked down by the oncoming defensive lineman Eric Logan, the big 6-foot senior. Knocks it down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long.
Batted down by Eric Logan.
Watch Logan just shove his man away and then bull rush the poor running back who had to try to pick him up. Great look on the J-Mill packaging replay as you see things from the Marian sideline looking out on a Tulske field.
It's 3rd down and 13 for the Huskies.
Again, a blitz coming. Lassane throws out in the flat, and it's almost intercepted. It wound up being more of a defensive play by the wide receiver to just knock it away.
Yeah, it looked like it's just a little high on the throw. More of a knockdown from the offensive player than anything. Not sure he would have been even at the first. He was right at the first down marker, but it would have been a little short anyways.
And right now, Lassane's 5'10 status seems to be giving him a little bit of difficulty at quarterback, being able to get the ball out over the on-rushing lineman. So it's a kick now, a punt sponsored by K2 Power Solutions. Ryder Place had the first one partially blocked. Let's see if he tries to kick it away from Braxton Brooks, who is all the way down by the Marian sideline. Instead, Place just hits a duck snort out of there, but it takes a St. Joe roll. It's still going to be in St. Joe territory at the 48-yard line. That's a 31-yard kick with no return, and again, Marian takes over in plus field position.
Yeah, great field position again here for Marian to start on their 3rd drive. J-Mill Packaging in Mishawaka is always rooting for Jack Darrell and Marian High School. Founded in 1973, J-Mill Packaging is one of the nation's leading box and packaging manufacturers. If you need custom packages, visit boxpackaging.com.
We appreciate J-Mill's support. Had a chance to chat briefly with Jack Darrell before the game. 1st and 10 from the 48. For the Knights. Lucas Marr has been the starter for Marian at quarterback in every game this year, but Mitchell Fimble has had time taking snaps in every game so far. Hand off to Osmond, and again, he's shut down at the line of scrimmage. St. Joe really looking for the run tonight, and they've played it pretty well for the most part.
Marian's about the only one that's been able to really move the ball here for some positive yards and pick up some first down. Not sure, St. Joe even have a first down?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Lonnie Kearse was in on the stop that time for a 1-yard gain for Osmond. Osmond already with 9 carries here in the first quarter. But that one was for no gain. Hanson, the H-back, sets up in the slot to block for Osmond, and Osmond is caught from behind as he tried to spin off the block. There had been great penetration by St. Joe's Luke Short on the outside, and he was able to come back and get him.
Yeah, they're really just clogging up that middle, and the outside exterior defensive end guys are really containing and clamping down and coming down on that. So Marian's unable to get up in the hole and then bounce it outside like they have in the past.
You look at Michael Davidson on the Marian sideline, looking for his 50th career win tonight. This is his 7th season as head coach after a long run as defensive coordinator. On 3rd and 8. Bad snap. Marr gets rid of it quickly. Braxton Brooks tries to jitterbug his way through people, and he's gotten around to the outside. Look out. Brooks, with a wall in front of him, has the first down and more, but there's a flag down in the middle of the field. Hold everything.
As soon as he started to cut back, you can't see up here, but I pointed down. I saw the crackback blocks coming, and his ability with his speed here, you can see right here, cut it back. All the blocks are coming right here. Get away from that one. Got to the outside, but unfortunately, there's a little, looks like it was a crackback block that they called.
This is a rule that was put into high school football about 4 or 5 years ago. It's for the safety of the players because on plays like this, it's very easy for defensive players to get blindsided. You know, it's not a clip. The hit happens in front, but as you described in our game last week, Bo, your instinct tells you, oh, this is a great hit to get. It's the wrong play, though.
Yeah, because it's a defenseless receiver is what they call it, or player in the NFL on the receiving end. It's somebody that doesn't see what's happening from that side because they're pursuing the ball at a different angle. And it's just one of those things where it's always been kind of that play where kids look to have that play, really strive to have that play, but now it's an illegal play, and again, safety reasons.
3 penalties for 20 yards for Marian. They've all been really costly. Here's Osmond. He got the 5 yards back, but it'll be 4th down and a punting situation. And we'll see if Marian tries to hurry to get this punt off before they lose the wind at the end of the quarter.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletes. They're also helping NASA and astronauts get back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more and join Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Michael Davidson is content to let the quarter expire, and the first quarter has come to an end here at Bob Atulski Field in Mishawaka with Marian and St. Joe trading big defensive plays so far. There's been very little offense in the first quarter. Nothing in the 64th Holy War on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. We'll get it down to Anj for a sideline report after this punt by Marian to start the second quarter. A second quarter being brought to us by Frick's Dairy Queen. Mason Simonowski on for his 3rd boot of the game, and this one goes straight up the elevator chute. Everybody for St. Joe had to get away. It takes a Marian roll, goes out of bounds at the 26. We go down for our first Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic School sideline report. Here's Angelo DiCarlo.
I think this game's going as advertised, right? Low-scoring affair. It's coming down to the special teams early on. And if anything is more evidence of these coaches realizing that every yard matters is Michael Davidson's decision to punt the ball at the 28-yard line. obviously I'm sure he wanted to get more than net 8 yards on that punt, but thinking, hey, if we do pin them back, we can get them inside the 5, inside the 10, that bodes well for our defense in that regard. So every yard, every play is going to matter in this game, as we expected what should be a low-scoring game here in the Holy War. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Anj. And to that regard, St. Joe played the entire first quarter without getting a first down. We'll see if that changes here. Franco Biffle, the new running back for St. Joe, but it's Lassane throwing, the catch made by Dallas Downey, and he takes it up to the 33-yard line. The second grab for Downey tonight, and it sets up a 2nd down and 4 for St. Joe.
Hey, Chuck, we have breaking news. Frick's Dairy Queen on South Michigan Street. Hey, they're bringing back the incredible French silk pie and pumpkin pie blizzards.
Tell me more.
That's Frick's Dairy Queen, located at 3907 Michigan Street on South Bend's South Side. And go, Marian.
2nd and 4. 2 receivers off to the right of A.J. Lassane. But Lassane looks left. It's Downey again, and he's got the first down of the night for St. Joe up to the 38-yard line. Just a little pitch and catch for 6 yards. Same play as last one.
Yeah, same exact play, and I think they're trying to set something up here, maybe future down the line. Not sure they're going to run a pump and go right here, but I'm sure that's working into a play later on. And they're going to go back to that play a couple more times maybe, and then hit that pump and go, or they fake that, get the defender to bite on it, and then go deep.
And yes, Dallas Downey is the son of Ben Downey, the St. Joe head coach. He's also a member of the baseball team. Here comes the blitz. It was timed well by Boom, but they get it to the outside, and look out, Clee Kimbrough has a first down before he saunters out of bounds in Marian territory at the 43-yard line. A perfect play call against the blitz.
Yeah, not only a perfect play call, but here you can see on the Jim Hill packaging replay, but A.J. Lassane making sure that he took his time to make sure he got a good throw and didn't rush it, even though the rush was coming right at him. He just, nice little toss out there in the flats, pick up the first down.
I know I'm going to get hit, but let's make it a good throw, and he did. And Kimbrough, as you saw, has plenty of speed. He was part of that 4x100 team from St. Joe that went down to the state finals last year. 1st and 10 from the 43. Lassane fires again. Nice catch by Mason Kazmerzak. Or was it 18? That was 18. Brayson Hurley, the big 6'3 sophomore. 6'3", 205 and a sophomore, Bo, and he looks even bigger than that in person.
Yeah, just standing out there on the field. He looks like a grown man just at his age. And big pickup there on first down for the St. Joe Huskies.
4 straight completions for Lassane. One of the things that St. Joe seems to be asking him to do is throw to the sides where he has room instead of trying to throw over the oncoming rush here. So on 2nd and 2, Lassane again. That ball was tipped, but Downey is able to catch it. Now he's got to find a path, and a flag comes in. There might be a hold here on Kimbrough. Downey looked like he had the first down, but hang on a little bit here. Mark McCammon, the side judge, made the throw, and it is a hold. It gives us a chance to meet our officiating crew for tonight's game. Roger Griffith is working with Michael Burke, Jonathan Walma, Mark McCammon, and Phil Tusky. It's a long-time local crew here.
Excel academically and spiritually at Marian High School through our impressive dual credit and AP program. 96% of students last year earned college credits. Become a part of the Marian family. Applications open October 1st. Visit marianhs.org to learn more.
It's a spot infraction, so 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It winds up being about a 5-yard penalty from the last line of scrimmage. Actually, about an 8-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Lassane again hits Downey in the flat for that little pitch and catch, and they get it up to the 38 of Marian. Well, they'll spot it at the 39. That's a pickup of 4.
Downey on the reception.
Great job working Cooper Sooth out there. Cooper really starting to creep up just a little bit closer and a little bit closer.
Lassane now 6 of 9 for 41 yards. AJ had 3 touchdown passes in their opener against Lakeland. It's the only loss of the season for St. Joe. They had a penalty on an extra point that forced it back to about the 35-yard kick, and they couldn't convert.
Wow.
And Franco Biffle is met behind the line of scrimmage by Caleb Johnson. You'll meet him at halftime, but it won't be as painful as that meeting.
No. Wow. Here's in the J-Mill packaging replay. Busted through right away. Almost took the handoff himself. Wow. Huge play on defense by Caleb.
So now St. Joe will look to punt, but Ryder Place now gets to punt with what's left of the wind behind him. We speculated at the beginning of the game before we hit the air that once the sun went down, so would the wind, and it appears to have been that way. High snap, but Place corrals it, gets it over Johnson. It takes a St. Joe roll. It's fielded by Brooks, and he is met by Owen Bayland at the 2.
Wow, what an open field tackle by Bayland. Wow.
If Brooks lets that ball go,
It's
Marion's
an end zone.
got it at the 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those where it takes that hop and starts rolling towards you. You're like, oh, I don't want them to down it inside the 5. Well, he caught it at the 2. The ball was going in the end zone for sure.
And what a hit by Bayland, the terrific 3-sport athlete. He has been a student athlete of the week in some broadcasts we have done in the past.
Locally owned, Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
By the way, that punt for St. Joe is sponsored by K2 Power Solutions. Brooks in motion, but it's crossbuck action to Osman. He's running over tacklers and getting out to about the 8-yard line. Those are 5 valuable yards for Marian right now.
Yeah, talk about their great field position that Marian had throughout the whole first quarter. Now backed up inside the 5, give themselves just a little breathing room here to start this drive in the second quarter.
With an official's timeout, let's go downstairs to Angelo DiCarlo. He can tell us what the wind is like down on the field. Ange? Let's see if we can hear Ange here in a moment.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
On this part of the field, really, there's no wind whatsoever. Other end zone, it looks like the wind is still existing, but here, really, right now, no wind. So it's interesting to see different parts of the field having different aspects in that regard.
Thanks, Ange. 2nd and 5. Pitch sweep this time. Osman trying to get to the outside. Mark Washington in front of him, and Osman has the first down all the way up to the 21-yard line.
Great job of getting outside, picking up the first down, sponsored by Marian High School. Love the lead block on that. Getting out there, you can see Washington here on the J-Mill packaging replay. Getting out, trying to find somebody downfield, and there he found somebody.
Deuce Owens did a nice job from the receiver position, too, giving a block to kick his man to the outside. They'll spot it at the 21-yard line. First and 10 for the Knights. In a 0-0 ball game here in the second quarter. It's Osman trying to go up the middle, nothing doing. St. Joe closes it down well. Max Aronowski from defensive end comes in and makes the stop for a loss of 1. Well, this is uncharted territory for these two teams. Actually, both of them trying to get into uncharted territory as we check out our Andrew Weiss factoid. St. Joe hasn't scored more than 21 points in a game this season. Marian hasn't had a game yet where they've scored less than 24. So right now it would appear that the scoring tempo would favor St. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Marian has scored a lot of their points in the first half, especially in their first game against Mishawaka. It's one of those things looking for big hitters like this right here. And
they were looking for Jack Deerold, and he was behind Jack Haig, but the pass incomplete from Lucas Marr.
DeWald Fluid Power and the DeChico family are always pulling for Marian. DeWald Fluid Power is a full-service air and hydraulics and tooling components distributor. People you can trust, technology and solutions you deserve. DeWald Fluid Power.
Boy, the DeChico family, they have been associated with Marian High School since all the way back in the 1960s.
For a while.
3rd and 11 for the Knights. Ball on the ground, and Osmond just did get on it before St. Joe could get to it. A botched handoff. It'll be 4th down and another punting situation for the Knights.
Carlton has been in business in South Bend for more than 50 years and are the country's leading provider of financial calculation software. While they serve clients throughout the country, Carlton believes in giving back here at home, including supporting the St. Joe, where 3 generations of Rushkowskis have graduated. Go St. Joe!
Again, Mason Simonowski on to kick, but now he's kicking into the wind. Dallas Downey is the deep man for St. Joe, standing at midfield. High hanging kick. Downey's going to let it hit. And it's going to roll dead almost at the 50-yard line. So 5:45 to go first half. St. Joe gets the ball back when we return on Sports Michiana.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly, trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
Broken up, but a flag comes in. It looked as though the timing was pretty well timed out by Cooper Sooth on that one as he made contact with Dallas Downey, but the officials saw it otherwise, and St. Joe will get a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be a big mistake there.
There's the call of pass interference against Marian.
Exactly what St. Joe needed to really get some momentum on a drive and really try to sustain something.
For Marian, it's its 4th penalty of the night for 35 yards, and St. Joe now all the way down to the night 34. The Huskies won one last week over New Prairie 7-0. They wouldn't mind the same outcome here tonight, even if it's a low-scoring game. Lassane in trouble. Caleb Johnson chases him. Lassane heaves it down the field, and it's off the hand of his intended receiver. Wow. He was looking out there for Brayson Hurley. He was behind everybody, but Hurley got tripped up over his own 2 feet on the play.
Yeah, just a great job here. You can see Lassane escape the rush, get the ball downfield, very catchable ball. Hurley just stumbling a little bit on that, tried to backpedal rather than turn his body. And like an outfielder you're not taught to back up like that. Turn your body and run diagonal, and you'll be able to catch that ball.
Lassane did a beautiful job of buying time on that play to give Hurley time to get downfield, but unable to make the connection, and it's 2nd and 10. So Lassane will throw in the flat. Clee Kimbrough with the catch. Kimbrough gets to the 26-yard line, and then Braden Smith knocks him down and helps him up.
For more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Up to 49 yards passing now for Lassane. A 3rd and 2 for St. Joe with exactly 5 minutes left first half. You see that on the TireRack.com scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. 3rd and 2. Lassane in the flat has his man, but whistle's blown to stop the play. Offside called against Marian. It'll be a first down for St. Joe anyway.
Marian Products has been known for meeting customer metal forming needs for more than 50 years. They support everyone playing tonight's game, but they admit they really like Marian. Learn more at MarianProducts.com.
Oh, when you got a name like Marian that sounds so close to Marian, exactly. How can you help it? That is the 2nd penalty of this defensive possession for Marian. And they now have set up St. Joe with a 1st and 10 at the Marian 21-yard line. And now you're in field goal position for Ryder Place.
Yeah, we watched him before the game, and we saw him easily hit it from here. all night long. Of course, the wind was blowing a little bit in that direction in pregame.
Now a timeout will be taken by St. Joe with 4:33 to go first half. 0-0 between Marian and St. Joe on Sports Michiana.
I joined Notre Dame Federal Credit Union a long time ago.
1978.
I've been a member over 15 years.
I've worked with Notre Dame my whole banking life. 44 years.
I have my checking account there, I have my savings account there.
Really value the
community-based banking system.
My credit card with Notre Dame, I have my car insurance with Notre Dame.
I can't say enough good things, really.
I have my auto loans with Notre
My
Dame.
whole life is at Notre Dame
I
Credit
will
Union.
remain with them until the day I die.
It's one unique, one special vibe.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Heaves it towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Knocked away beautifully by Quinn Roan.
Great job of going up for the ball. Again, Lassane putting the ball right where it can be caught or not intercepted. Great job of keeping that ball high in the back of the end zone. Here you can see the J-Mill packaging replay getting outside the pocket. Even on the run, nice little touch right in the back of the end zone. Stipp Law in South Bend is excited to support high school football and sports Michiana. Stipp Law achieves positive results by providing comprehensive, passionate representation. Stipp Law, legal help for all life's hurdles.
Looking at a 3rd and 10 for St. Joe from the Marian 21. Again, Bootsumsey, the running back. And they tried to dump it to him. It's intercepted. Caleb Johnson picks it off midair, and he will go the distance for a Marian touchdown. Pandemonium at Atulski Field.
Wow. That touchdown sponsored by Marian Products. Caleb Johnson. Here you can see it on the J-Mill packaging replay. Bat right. Man, what a great job. Johnson did a really good job of concentrating after the pass was batted.
A big man's dream. The 6'2", 223-pound senior races 73 yards with a pick six. And Marian grabs the lead in the Holy War. Lucas Primrose comes on to try the extra point out of the hold of Mitchell Fimble.
Primrose on to attempt the extra point.
Primrose 10 out of 11 on PATs this year. Snap, set down, and kick are all good. And with 4:12 to go in the first half, when it looked like St. Joe was going to grab the lead, Caleb Johnson says, let me take that from you, and takes it on in for a 7-0 lead. We've got the score flipped on the scoreboard. It should be Marian leading St. Joe 7-0.
St. Joe Catholic Church in South Bend is proud to support this excellent football matchup featuring numerous St. Joe parishes and St. Joe grade school alum. Join us for Mass this weekend, Saturday at 5 p.m. or Sunday at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., or 5 p.m.
So a 7-0 Marian lead thanks to a pick six for Caleb Johnson, a young man you'll meet at halftime, one of our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week. 4.5 GPA, and apparently he did his homework on what to expect from A.J. Lassane on that play.
Yeah, just a great job. This defense really stepping up. Defense for Marian's really stepped up all night. Really hasn't given St. Joe much. And just the pressure that they've put on him, on Lassane in the backfield. Batted pass there, and Johnson able to pick it and go the distance.
Now we'll see if the special teams can try to give St. Joe a boost here, or if Marian can pin them back in with bad field position. The deep men for St. Joe are Brayson Hurley and Noah Butsumsi, as Lucas Primrose gets ready to put the boot to it. Marian on top, 7-0, 4:12 to go, first half. High end-over-end kick. Butsumsi drops it at the 6, picks it up at the 12, and is in trouble. Wiggles his way out to the 17-yard line, but it will not be good field position for St. Joe for the final 4:04 of the half.
A big thank you to Bruno's Pizza at River Park on Mishawaka Avenue for feeding our wonderful crew tonight. Stop in, take out, or get delivery from Bruno's Pizza. Best pizza in town since 1975, and go Knights.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, or excuse me, not the 40, that's what it says on the scoreboard, from the 17-yard line. And Marian with a 7-0 lead. We'll see if A.J. Lassane can bounce back here after the interception.
1st and 10 for St. Joe.
St. Joe continues to air it out. He was able to hit Hurley that time, and Hurley gets hit quite a bit after a pickup of 6.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card, and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/Elevate to learn more.
You'll notice the helmets of the St. Joe linemen all look different than the skill position players. That's because they're all wearing these concussion caps to try to help prevent from head injuries out there. High snap, Lassane in the flat to Dallas Downey, but he has nowhere to go as he's corralled at the 25-yard line, finished off by Joe Boone after he was held up by Nick Quiet.
A lot of head contact inside the trenches that people don't realize. It's just the repeated over and over, hands to the helmet, shoulder pads, hitting the helmets. It's just that little extra padding that they're trying to give. And they don't like to have those for the skill position players, because then it's kind of a false sense of security, and then a lot of times they'll drop their head and use their head since they think they have a little bit of extra padding.
And you saw how dangerous that was in the NFL game on Thursday night for Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins. 3rd and 3, and the throw from Lassane out in the flat, and that's a first down for St. Joe as they were able to get outside to Brady Lonecker. But the big play of this one so far has been the pick 6 by Caleb Johnson. We'll give you one more look from J-Mill Packaging. This was on St. Joe's last drive. Ball batted in the air. Johnson was able to corral it and race 73 yards for the score. And that's how Marian has grabbed this 7-0 lead. Now with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half, after St. Joe just picked up a first down on the pass to Lonecker.
Husky first down.
Lassane again stops, throws, Hurley the catch, trying to wrestle away from people, and the rugby scrum takes him down to about the 39-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play.
A big thank you to Lilliard Insurance Agents for their work in helping Sports Michiana get all its insurance needs. Real people, real service, real value. That's their slogan, but Matt Lilliart and his teams also live it every single day. Visit realvalueins.com to get the personal touch you deserve from Lilliart Insurance Agent.
Clock stopped there as the officials wanted to check on Brayson Hurley. They deem he's okay, and they start the clock again as we hit 2 minutes to go before halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll have our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week, our St. Joe County Police halftime report, and Anj will have interviews with the sidelines from some people from both schools involved in this great rivalry. Lassane fires. Hurley couldn't hold on to that one, and he nearly flipped into the hands of a defensive back.
Pass to Hurley, incomplete.
Respect, loyalty, pride, courage, integrity, and dedication. Those are the many ways officers at the St. Joe County Police are serving our community. If you are looking for a career change that can really make a difference, visit sjcpd.org to learn more.
So 3rd and 4 from the 40.
Back to the 40-yard line. It's 3rd down and 4 for St. Joe.
Hurley off to the right. Kimbrough and Downey to the left. Lassane looks right, fires, and Hurley was held that time by Quinn Roan, and the flag will come in.
Reminder, our second quarter is brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Get in there and get their pumpkin blizzard.
6 penalties now against Marian, and that'll be 55 yards in penalties once this 15-yarder is marked off. That'll take St. Joe into Knights territory at the 45-yard line.
Pass interference call against the Knights.
That was a pretty easy call for the crew because Roan had Hurley around the arms.
Very easy call in that situation.
At the Marian 45.
Don't forget, next week on Sports Michiana, we'll be with you from Intera Field in Middlebury. Northwood and Northridge and Northern Lakes Conference action. We'll have the pregame for you at 6:45, the kickoff at 7 on your home for high school sports, Sports Michiana. 1st and 10 from the 45. Lassane wants to throw, lobs it up there, and it is intercepted. Quinn Roan. Roan trying to weave his way through traffic. Roan serpentining across Tulski Field. A holding call against Marian will bring part of this back. Roan finally goes down at the 41.
Actually, 2 flag and a 3rd flag comes in really, really late.
We also have a St. Joe player down on the field, one of their linemen, but I think he's just gassed from running all over the field.
They're moving that flag that came in late over by where he was down on the ground.
There will be a lot to sort out here. Definitely. But in the meantime, A.J. Lassane with his 2nd interception in the quarter.
Yeah, we definitely saw the holding call here, but something after the play ended, so it might be a dead ball foul as well, personal foul after the play.
Quite the interception by Roan. That ball just hung up in the air forever, and Roan was able to get position and get in front of Brayson Hurley, the intended receiver. But now this officiating crew has to sort out all the laundry that they dropped on the field. While they do that, we'll tell you planning and preparation are important in life. When it comes to estate planning, Peter Horvath Law will get you prepared. If you need a will, trust, living will, power of attorney, Peter's ready to advise and support you in protecting your assets and passing them on to your family. Learn more at peterhorvathlaw.com, and he says, go Knights.
Of course, the Horvaths say go Knights.
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly.
Tried to give the crew more time to figure it out. Michael Davidson wants to know who all the penalties are on. I don't know that Michael's got enough arms to indicate. We got a holding call that happened at the 49, a personal foul that happened at the 47, and another personal foul against St. Joe that happened at the 36.
And I believe the one at the 36, they gave it a dead ball. So the first 2 during the play. So I think that's what they're trying to figure out.
Boy, this is like a Jenga puzzle right now. As they try to get this one sorted out. It's tempting to throw it down to Angelo DiCarlo just to let him solve it.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows exactly what's going on down there.
Angelo, you're sponsored by the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools. I'm sure there's something in the curriculum that helps with this, isn't there?
I'm sure, definitely. Totally on top of everything of what's happening on this play, and whatever happens, whatever the officials decide, ultimately that was what happened on the play.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarity.
Hey, Anj, I really like that shirt down there. Where can somebody get a shirt like that?
You like the It's Tops Sports Michiana shirt? Look at that. Looking very good. If you go to our Facebook page, go on the side, go into the website, click on it. We got the link to it, and you can purchase a shirt, help support Sports of Michiana that way, and you can look good in the process. That's the most important part.
Not just shirts, right? Caps, tumblers?
Yeah, you get hats, you can get tumblers, you can get a lot of different things. Sweatshirts. I heard some people have already ordered sweatshirts, so there are going to be people walking around town with gear that you and I, Chuck, don't have, so we might have to purchase stuff ourselves.
Ooh, that goes against the credo.
Big thank you to It's Tops for sponsoring our crew gear and our shirts that we have and our jackets that we have. Just a great job of really getting us stuff in a timely fashion as well. It was quick turnaround and got it to us and looked great in it.
Mark Gardner and his crew have been terrific on that. The officials are getting their steps in right now as they mark off the 2 penalties against Marian, and now don't they have to go back the other way for the St. Joe penalty or no? Nope, they'll just set it down there at the 23-yard line. Michael Davidson still isn't done trying to get the explanation on this with 1:17 left in the first half.
It sounds like it was a holding and then 2 personal foul penalties all on Marian is what we're hearing from the sideline.
Well, that's not the indication that he gave when he pointed.
And maybe it's not, but that's what the Marian coaches seem to think on the sideline anyway. So,
I'm not sure Michael Davidson's a believer.
Well, that might be why there's the confusion, because everyone's hearing different things.
Michael trying to sort this out. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. Be back from Tulski Field after this. Well, never mind. We'll just watch the Quinn Roan replay here. See if we can pick up some of these fouls. There's the hold right there. That's very easy to see. Where the personal fouls occurred are beyond where the camera shot was. So let's go back to live action. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for Marian. It's own 23, but they do get the ball after the turnover. Lucas Marr looks to throw. Braxton Brooks makes the catch, steps out of bounds to stop the clock at the 29-yard line. A pickup of 6 for Brooks.
Great job of awareness of getting out of bounds right there. Save your timeouts. Still have 3. Both teams have 3.
Brooks has all 3 of the catches tonight for Marian for 40 yards. Lucas Marr, 3 out of 6 tossing the ball. Remember, Marian took the opening kickoff of this game, so St. Joe will get the ball back to start the second half. But still time for the Knights to drive down the field here. Marr steps into the pocket, now flushed out of it. Fires into the flat and has his man Jack Darrell, and he's got room to run. Darrell down the sidelines. Darrell finally brought down at the 18.
Huge pickup here in the late second quarter. Wow, great job of getting the ball upfield, Marr, to Darrell. Darrell breaking the tackle, getting upfield, picking up the Marian High School first down, getting them inside the red zone.
And after a 53-yard pickup, Marian takes timeout with 58.5 seconds left. Back after this 30-second timeout on Sports Michiana.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, Shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. The timeout for Marian sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. It is a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Marian.
From the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
Marr in the flat. It's Darrell again, and he'll take it on up to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play. But let's take another look at the big play here by Jack Darrell on the 53-yard pass from Lucas Marr. And Marr brought him some time with his scrambling, and then Darrell broke one tackle and was off to the races. We'll have to break out of the replay here, come back to live action on 2nd and 4. Marr in the flat. Touchdown, Marian! The Knights take it on in for the score with Terrence Lane Jr. on the touchdown, and it's 13-0.
Great job, great route, Marr. Hitting them on the slant route, getting underneath the defender, getting in the end zone. Big score here for the Marian Knights, sponsored by Marian Products.
They have turned both interceptions into touchdowns. One with the pick 6, and then one after all the penalties, taking it down the field for a 77-yard touchdown drive in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Lucas Primrose is on to try the extra point out of the hold of Mitchell Fimble. The snap and kick are both good, and with 26 seconds to go before halftime, it's a 14-0 Marian lead as you get another look at the touchdown pass from Chris Skibby's camera. And Lane, sometimes the forgotten receiver on this team. So much attention is given to Deuce Owens and Braxton Brooks and Jack Darrell. But here's Terrence Lane Jr., who's very capable, running a nice little route and doing it to perfection.
I really like how Lucas Marr has been able to look for different receivers and understands he's got multiple weapons out there. Doesn't have to look just one way. And again, ability to scramble just a little bit by Lucas, getting to the outside, picking up the touchdown there for Marian Knights.
So it's a 14-0 Marian lead with 26 seconds to go here before halftime.
Covered 77 yards, 4 plays.
And Marian has really turned the tenor of this game around in the final 4 minutes of the first half, because you had St. Joe apparently poised to take the lead down at about the Marian 21-yard line, certainly within field goal range of Ryder Place. But instead, the pick 6 and then another pick back in Marian territory sets up the Knights for this drive.
Again, the defense really set up the offense twice. Well, once they scored for the offense, and the second one, the big pick, getting great field position. Of course, they did come back from all those penalties, but the big pickup by Jack Darrell to picking up that big first down and getting down inside the 20.
Kickoff taken by St. Joe, and weaving his way through traffic and getting down to about the 31-yard line is Ryan Ruskowski. And Ruskowski will set up St. Joe for the last 19 seconds of the half, and we'll see how Ben Downey wants to play it. Remember, St. Joe does get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they do have 3 timeouts, but in this situation, they just threw back-to-back picks their last 2 drives. So in this situation, probably just going to take a knee and go ahead and head into the half.
And obviously, if you're even a Marian fan, you have to have concern right now, because twice so far this season, the Knights have had leads going into the second half, only to see them slip away in the final 2 quarters.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things they will talk about at halftime, and I think they made that adjustment last week as well, but they will discuss it. And here it looks like the victory formation, they call it, but going into half, they're not victory yet.
Perhaps in the Holy War, more appropriate to say he genuflects behind the center, and that will do it for the first half of play from Metulski Field. And we get ready to go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report. But Angelo DiCarlo has Michael Davidson in his sights. Go ahead, Ange. First, Michael Davidson wants to have a word with the officials, so we'll by a little time here. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll have our St. Joe County Police halftime report and our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week, sponsored by Tony Letcher and Health Markets. Plus, Anj will have a chance to chat with some of the luminaries here at the 64th annual Holy War of the Gridiron, and maybe even have a chance to talk to a special guest from the diocese as well. Michael Davidson continuing to chat with the officials about those 3 flags on the interception play and trying to get that sorted out. You see him there talking to, I believe, Roger Griffiths is our white hat tonight. And they're still trying to get all that sorted out. The other thing he's doing is buying a little more time for his team to get to the locker room. Okay, Mike's available. Here you go, Anj.
All right, Coach. Outstanding end to the half. Testing your 40 time, yeah. Outstanding end to the half, especially from your defense. Tell us about how much of a spark they gave you there.
Defense played well all half long. We put them in a couple of bad spots by not cashing in when we should have offensively. Defense played well all game long.
We're going to hear from Caleb Johnson here as our Student Athlete of the Week presented by Tony Letcher, but tell us a little bit about him on the field and off the field. Obviously a huge touchdown from him.
He's got to get in better shape. He had to be out for about the next 4 or 5 plays, so I think we got some extra sprints coming next week. But there's not a bad word that can come out of my mouth about Caleb. He can babysit my kids. He can tutor anybody and everybody. He's going to be a great father, human being. Whatever he ends up doing in life, he's going to be a hell of a lot more successful than me.
Coach, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Best of luck in the second half. Chuck and Bo, back up to you, and it'll be great to hear from Caleb coming up momentarily.
Michael Davidson's got jokes going into halftime. He's also got a lead, 14-0 at the break. Tony Letcher, Health Market Student Athletes are next on Sports Michiana.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models, serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Time now for our Student Athletes of the Week presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have 2 outstanding football players from Marian and St. Joe with us here tonight, also excelling in the classroom as well. Caleb Johnson, a senior at Marian, and Brady Loniger, a senior at St. Joe. Brady, we'll start with you. In addition to playing football, you're also a member of the baseball team. You have a 4.4 GPA. How do you balance everything?
Really just taking advantage of the free class time. Like, we get a flex period at least twice a week, and just getting all my homework done then just saves me time for after school so I can get the rest I need for Friday nights.
You're involved in freshman mentoring. Tell us about that and why you do it.
I really just do it because I want to get my freshman experience, and especially the football players that are coming up, I want them to get the experience I had and just be able to lead the rest of the community around them.
What's the future hold for you?
I plan to study business somewhere in college, but I'm undecided.
All right, and obviously St. Joe does a great job preparing you. How do they prepare you for what the future will hold?
I mean, it's great teachers, great education. There's a great program you can go through just to get through a bunch of AP classes and get college credit.
Brady, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Caleb Johnson, senior here for the Marian Knights. He also participates in track, has a 4.5 GPA. How do you pull it all off?
Kind of like Brady said, it's all about time management, and I wish I do the best I can do and everything. So just holding myself to that standard allows me to do pretty much anything I can put my mind to.
You're also part of the South Bend, Mishawaka Youth Leadership Program. Tell us a little bit about that and why you do it and how rewarding that is.
Yeah, it's great. So I applied there my sophomore year, went through a interview process, and it just allows me to get like a better sense of the community that I'm in. I did a fundraiser for Hello Gorgeous, and I was able to raise money for them. They help women that are going through cancer, and it was just a great experience.
What's the future hold for you?
I plan to attend college. Maybe looking something in biology. Notre Dame, Villanova are two of my top colleges right now.
All right, Villanova's a good one. That's Pennsylvania. That's my home. Finally, tell us a little bit about what being a Marian Knight means to you.
Neither of my parents are from here, so I don't have family, but I feel like when I came here, like I am just part of a big family, and that's really what it means to me. It's less of a school, more of a family to me.
Caleb, thank you very much. Congratulations. Brady, congratulations again. Caleb Johnson, Brady Loniger, two outstanding representations of their schools. This is the Holy War on Sports Michiana, and this was the Student Athletes of the Week presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We're back right after this on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh!
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. 14-0 Marian at the intermission as we join you from the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt high above the fray. The defenses have dominated in this one.
We knew this was going to be kind of a defensive battle. Both these defenses were going to step up. Marian with a little bit better offense, and it showed here tonight. They moved the ball a lot more than St. Joe was able to, but the defense has really stepped up, especially Marian's defense.
And let's show you how it got to be this way here at Atulski Field as we look at our halftime highlights and the defense coming up with the big play of the first half. As Caleb Johnson was able to pick up a pass when St. Joe was threatening down by the 21-yard line, Johnson picks it off and goes 73 yards on the pick six, and that put Marian up 7-0 with about 4 minutes left in the first half. Then the Knights would come up with a big play after another Quinn Roan interception set them up at their own 23. Lucas Marr is able to scramble and find Jack Deerroll, who gets past his cornerback and is off to the races on a 53-yard gain deep into Husky territory. Just 2 plays later, beautiful pass here from Marr to Terrence Lane Jr. for the score. 14-0 Knights at the intermission. And they have really stymied the St. Joe offense with their defense through much of the first half. And then the offense became opportunistic late in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about what Marian has played this year in their schedule. Their first 2 games against Mishawaka and then Culver Academies, how tough of teams they've played coming into this game. And just having that 1-2 record, everybody's like, maybe St. Joe's got the edge. I'm telling you what, this Marian team's no joke.
Well, this game always brings out the big luminaries from both schools, and some of them are standing by on the sidelines tonight. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic School sideline report with Angelo DiCarlo.
And by big, you mean tall, right? Because we got Eric Gaff, the St. Joe coach. Rob Berger said he must stand next to me so he doesn't look short in comparison to Eric. Eric, of course, going to the state finals last year. Rob going to the state finals a few years ago with Marian and winning 400 games. Eric, we'll start with you. Just seeing the Holy War, obviously you've coached in it, but seeing it on the football side, how much excitement is it for the schools to be a part of this?
Oh, it's a great week. Kids are all fired up all week, and it kind of gets us as coaches fired up because for us, we know it's leading into basketball season, so it's always fun and exciting to get out here.
Rob, obviously every one of these battles has always been intense, whether it's football, basketball. They could play horseshoes, and I'm sure it'd be intense. What are your thoughts on how exciting it is when St. Joe and Marian are going at it?
I thought it's always been neat, whether it's football. I think it's kind of neat for the NIC. All the sports played this week. I know volleyball was here, and I think soccer played this week. I think that just kind of adds to it, and I don't know if during winter if they're doing that with wrestling and girls basketball, but it's always intense, and I know the fans, like it. And it seems like every ICCL kid in the area is out here right now, playing football or something. So it's always been an exciting time, all the years that I've been coming to the Holy War.
And the one thing I've noticed is while it's intense on the field, on the court, afterwards, for the most part, everyone gets along. You and Eric have been chatting for a while. How nice is it to have a rivalry that when you get off the court, out of the game, you guys can still be close and friends?
I think it's great. When they won the sectional, I was rooting for them, and we talked a few times. We talked, Mark Johnson before him and I have been friends for 1,000 years. Ben Downey and we taught in the Mishawaka schools 20, 25 years ago. It's just, they're great guys, the great programs that they run, and you always want to beat them. I'm sure Coach Davidson wants to obviously win tonight, but at the end of the day, he's going to probably still be friends with Downey like I am with Coach Gaff.
Coach, let's talk a little basketball. Obviously, you guys went down to the state finals, have a lot of great players back this year. What's your mindset as a coach to get your team ready for that after you have that success and a lot of those guys are back? Obviously, the expectations will be through the roof.
We've been talking about championship behaviors. Everything we want to do through the summer, now into the fall, is about championship behaviors. You can fact check me. Think about every team that's made a run loses in sectionals the following year. And so that's, one of those success traps you get. You have some success, and you just expect yourself to make a big run no matter what. And so that's the big thing we're trying to get out of our kids. Like, hey, you got to have the behaviors that are going to lead to a championship. Everything we do, from tying our shoes to the way we're shooting free throws, has to be on par with a championship.
Rob, what are you expecting out of your group this year?
I think once we get going, I think it'll be an experience like we were last year. And, we may have a kind of a tough start at the beginning, but I think towards the end of the year, we can compete with, the teams in our sectional.
And that sectional's loaded as always. It won't be easy, will it?
It always is. I mean, I always say in this area, and 4A coaches get mad at me all they want, but this 3A sectional is tougher than the 4A sectional 90% of the time.
Rob, thank you very much. Eric, thank you very much. Eric Gaff, head coach at St. Joe. Rob Berger, head coach at Marian. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
All right, let me give you quickly some scores from around the area here. Garrett leading Lakeland 13-0 at halftime. That's a battle of the unbeatens in the NACC. Penn on top of South Bend, Washington, 44-0 at the half. Paw Paw leads Sturgis up in Michigan, 56-0 at the half. First quarter, Valpo leads Michigan City by a count of 7-6. We also have Warsaw leading Wawasee 56-0 at the half. St. Joe on top of Cowloy Norix up in Michigan 35-0 at the half. Waterville and Delton Kellogg tied at 8 up in Michigan. Here's a little bit of a surprise. Fairfield with a 16-10 lead on Culver Military at a halftime. South Haven leads Coloma 21-14 at the half. Also, Mishawaka and Northwood in quite the scrap. The Cavemen lead at 15-13 at the intermission. Edwardsburg leads Plainwell 39-17 at the half. And at the half at Jackson Field, Elkhart leads Riley 7-2. Ooh. So the defense has shown up for Riley tonight. Here, 14-0 Marian with the lead. We're back with second half play-by-play from Metulski Field. Thanks for joining us here in the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. You're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Medicare plans can be confusing.
Yep.
They don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger.
Yeah, so they just went to the 3 minute. So I would say go ahead and, everything through Lillier. Stop there.
You can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Big C Lumber. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic School sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo had a chance to chat with Ben Downey at the intermission.
Yeah, Chuck, he said self-inflicted wounds. That's what he said to his team. Like, look, in a game like this, you cannot have those type of self-inflicted wounds when both teams are so evenly matched. He said the good news was halftime came at the right time. It gave him an opportunity to flush that away. He said, yeah, you could see the spirits were down after having a couple of those big plays go against them, but now having a 20-minute or so halftime gives them a chance to regroup and recharge and hopefully come out strong here to start the third quarter.
And St. Joe will get the kickoff to start the third quarter. A third quarter brought to us by our friends at Stipp Law.
Stipp Law in South Bend is excited to support high school football on Sports Michiana. Stipp Law achieves positive results by providing comprehensive, passionate representation. Stipp Law, legal help for all life's hurdles.
Lucas Primrose will do the kicking here for the Marian Knights. And back deep to receive Hurley and Butsumsi, or is that Ruskowski? It looks like Ruskowski has taken over for Butsumsi to return the kickoff. Darkness has fallen here upon Tulski Field. Great night for high school football. And the second half of the Holy War is underway. High spinning kick, Ruskowski from his 15. Ryan Ruskowski tried to hit the seam and wound up only getting to about the 26-yard line before a host of Knights bring him down.
Our Sports Michiana apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, tumblers. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops give you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
I'll be curious if the game plan changes at all for St. Joe. Of the 23 plays that St. Joe ran in the first half, 20 of them were passes. So you could say they didn't establish the running game. The other part of me would say they didn't try to establish the running game. From under center, they handed off to Loniger, and that might be why they didn't, because Caleb Johnson just ain't having it tonight.
And that was the same thing that happened on their first drive of the first series of the game. Was that Loniger got tackled in the backfield as well, and then they went straight to the pass plays after that. Here you can see the J-Mill package replay, and Johnson trying to get that player of the game, as we gave out a defensive one last week as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's having the kind of season where right now, through 3.5 games, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody having a better defensive year in the NIC, at least along the defensive line. Here's the pitch back, and the whistles blow, and a flag is thrown. Offsides called against Marian.
Lined up offsides, dead ball foul. Move that ball up just past the original line of scrimmage, make it a 2nd and 9.
That is now 7 penalties for 60 yards against the Knights, but it hasn't hurt them too much. It stalled out some early drives for them, but they overcame the 2 big penalties at the end of the first half.
Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support for Sports Michiana. Tony is a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
On 2nd and 8, the pitch back to Loniger. Well, he makes a great cutback and takes it on up, picking up about 4 on the play, and that matches his longest run of the night.
Great job of really cutting the ball back across the grain, and only way he was able to pick it up, you can see here, getting the ball out. Nice little stop, cutting it back right up the middle, picking up a couple yards.
The Huskies, though, still at -1 yards rushing for the night. And they've got it a 3rd and 5 right now from the 31.
3rd down and 5 to St. Joe.
Again, working Lassane from under center. Drops back to throw. Now flush from the pocket. Lobs it up there, and it's incomplete.
We got a penalty. Legal man downfield, I believe, is what that's going to be.
Yeah, there was a 51 down the field for Marian, Dakota Ditch. And unfortunately for him,
he was only about 8-9 yards downfield. Isn't that manageable?
And that's always a tough call for a lineman when the quarterback starts scrambling like that. You think, okay, well, he's had it long enough. He must be trying to run for it.
Yeah, and I need to get upfield in order to make sure that I can block downfield for him.
Well, now they're waving the flag off, but it really wouldn't matter anyway because Marian would have taken the play. It'll be 4th down and 5 yards to go, and a punting situation here for the Huskies. So Michael Davidson sending his punt return team on from the sidelines. The punt for St. Joe sponsored by K2 Power Solutions. Ryder Place will try to put the boot to it. Remember, Caleb Johnson also blocked a punt back in the first quarter.
Yep, got a hand on it. Got good field position for Marian in that situation.
Place puts a good boot to this one. And it takes a nice roll, and Braxton Brooks will let it die at the 25-yard line. So a 44-yard kick with no return. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. What? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Marian. And the pass from Lucas Marr goes out in the flat and is completed for about a 7-yard pickup on the play to Braxton Brooks. Brooks with his 4th grab of the night now for 47 yards.
Join the pack at St. Joe High School, where faith, character, and excellence are at the core of our mission to transform students in both heart and mind. Thanks to the expansion of school choice, tuition is now more affordable than ever. Learn more at stjoehigh.com and go Huskies.
Marr is now 6 of 9 for 118 yards and, importantly, no interceptions. They fake the jet sweep. They give it off to Brian Osmond, and he was only able to pick up a yard to set up a 3rd down. Osmond's been the workhorse in the backfield tonight, 16 carries, 45 yards.
Yeah, really trying to, like we talked in the beginning of the game, trying to establish that running game a little bit. They went to the pass early, came back to the run. Osmond's done a great job of picking up some yards needed, and Lucas Marr able to scramble and hit some guys downfield for some big plays.
3rd and 2. And fake to Osmond, the throw over the head of Braxton Brooks, and this will be an incomplete pass. And set up a 4th down and more than likely a kicking situation for Michael Davidson's squad.
Tonight's factoids are brought to you by Andrew Weiss of Knights of Columbus. Andrew wants you to know this important factoid that may or may not realize that the Knights of Columbus do Catholic investments in comprehensive financial planning. Let Andrew Weiss be your guide. Learn more at andrewweisskofc.com.
So Mason Simonowski comes on to do the punting for Marian. A bit of a high snap, but Simonowski is able to get it out of there. And the high kick took a St. Joe roll before Braden Smith made contact with it at the 46-yard line. Although, let's see where the officials are going to spot. They're going to give him a very generous spot up to the 38.
Yeah, it was right where he landed. What are you talking about?
Wow, it sure looked as though Smith batted it forward about 8 yards on the play. And again, the officials will talk this one over.
Looks like they're going to leave it right there.
The St. Joe coaches a little bit perplexed at the call. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. For St. Joe, their second possession of the second half. Still trying to find a way to get on the scoreboard. You mentioned those Andrew Weiss factoids. We may have one after this first down play about the tradition at St. Joe. As A.J. Lassane works from the shotgun. Hands it off. And again, this is Brady Loniger with only a 2-yard pickup. But Ben Downey trying to restore the tradition at St. Joe High School. You know, they are looking for their first winning football season since 2018.
Been a little while.
And, of course, this was a school that in the 90s, in the early 2000s, was making, even as recently as the early 2010s,
yes.
Making trips down to Lucas Oil Stadium on a fairly regular basis. 2nd and 8. Lassane throws out the flat, and that one was knocked down and nearly intercepted. Lucas Primrose got his hands on that one.
Marian defense here, and then see on the J-Mill packaging replay, Lassane firing out their quick pass, but able to get in front of it and knock it down.
This has been defensive domination by the Marian Knights so far tonight. And St. Joe just has not been able to get its big targets into any kind of space tonight. Remember, their leading receiver for the year was Brayson Hurley, 18 catches, 227. He has been limited tonight to 3 catches for 19 yards. Lassane under pressure again. Heaves it up there. There's nobody out there but Marian players. And Marian's Cooper Sooth gets the easiest interception of his career. A flag comes in, and then a shove over on the Marian sidelines.
Another late flag coming in over on the sideline.
But that ball was just heaved up, and there was nobody out there but Marian blue jerseys. You'll see it again here on the J-Mill Packaging replay.
I think it was one of those, thought the receiver was going to run a different route than what he did and kind of threw it downfield. Saw it look like what is a holding call, and then a little bit of scrum after the play out of bounds. And
so a push in the back by Marian, then a dead ball personal foul on St. Joe.
We had a push in the back by the Knights.
Marian High School is celebrating 60 years of academic excellence. For 6 decades, we've been a leader in academics, athletics, service, and faith. Experience our tradition of excellence yourself. It's a great time to be a Knight. Visit marianhs.org to learn more.
For Cooper Sooth, that's his first interception of the year. Young man who's involved in the Startup Moxie program, member of the track and lacrosse teams here at Marian High School. So they'll walk off the holding penalty first, or the block in the back penalty first, and then they'll turn around and do the 15-yard dead ball personal foul. The block in the back is a 10-yard penalty, takes it to the 35, and that'll make it really easy. You give them the 15 yards and you put it at the midfield stripe.
Understand that you walk it off because that's the way it's done, but
could have just figured it out mathematically and walked it forward 5 yards.
That's the new math.
Oh, that's
takes just a little bit longer to get where you're going.
So 1st and 10 from the midfield stripe for a Marian team that already leads at 14-0 in the 64th edition of the Holy War.
Result, 1st and 10 Knights.
Lucas Marr with Brian Osmond in the backfield. Marr pump fakes, wants to throw downfield, looking for Deuce Owens. Did he make the catch in bounds? No, he was out of bounds.
Got away with a little bit of a push off there. Deuce trying to extend away just a little bit. Great hands, though, on that play. Just a little bit too far out of bounds by Lucas Marr on the pass.
Marr now 6 of 11 throwing the ball as you get another look on the J-Mill Packaging replay. He did a great job of buying time for Owens. And Owens, yeah, the foot was definitely out of bounds when he came down with it. You only have to get the 1 foot down in high school football, but it still has to be inbounds. And whistles blown and flags thrown. We've got a false start called against Marian.
K2 Power Solutions provides cutting-edge industrial, commercial, and renewable electrical solutions. They also want to empower the next generation and make a positive impact on the Michiana community, especially through high school athletics. Go St. Joe!
Great to have K2 on the team tonight. Thank all of our sponsors here on Sports Michiana for the tremendous support they've given us, not only tonight, but in the first 4 weeks. And many of them all season long will be with us. 2nd and 15. And a timeout is going to be called by Marian. It's sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. We have 7:22 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-0 Marian on Sports Michiana. And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. Chuck Freeby, Bo Hunt, Angelo DiCarlo with you from Metulski Field in Mishawaka, where it's 2nd and 15 for Marian from its own 45. Knights leading 14-0. Brian Osmond on the handoff. Gets to the outside after breaking a tackle, but another flag comes in on the play.
Quite a bit of laundry here in the second half, especially here in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter. Just a little sloppy here from both teams.
Another holding call on Marian as the flags continue to fly. That is the 9th penalty on the Knights tonight. And that is good for 75 yards in penalties.
The Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools align dedicated principals, teachers, and support staff to the mission of the church. This allows each child to experience not only a great academic and safe environment, but one that leads to the development of virtues and holiness.
So that sets them back, and it'll be 2nd down and 18 now after the holding call. Halftime at Community Field in Knox, and the Redskins lead Tippecanoe Valley by a count of 14-6. Throw in the flat. Braxton Brooks makes the catch. Brooks trying to make his way upfield and gets back into St. Joe territory as he takes it to the 48-yard line. That's a pretty nice pickup of 10 yards that time by Brooks, who has made 5 catches tonight for 57 yards.
Yeah, great job by Brooks getting it upfield, getting them into a manageable 3rd and 8 here.
It's 3rd down and 8 for the Knights.
LaVille with a 7-6 lead on Bremen with 9:47 to go in that one. Bremen playing without their top receiver, Graverson, tonight, who's out with a knee injury. 3rd and 8, and another whistle and another timeout. Sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. 6:14 to go in the third. Back with more after this.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly, trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community.
Upgrading your window treatments? Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit qualitywindowtreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
3rd and 8 for Marian from the St. Joe 48. Marr looks right, fires into the Marian bench. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation.
Opportunity for Marian to get the ball down inside the red zone here, back up St. Joe a little bit.
The good news for Lucas Marr is when he has been off target, he has been off target enough to not put it into a situation where it can be picked off. Unlike his counterpart, A.J. Lassane, who has thrown 3 interceptions tonight. That's Dallas Downey back deep to get the punt for St. Joe. Mason Simonowski will try to punt it away for Marian, and let's see if St. Joe comes after this one. It's a high snap, and Simonowski was able to get rid of it. Downey wanted to call for a fair catch, couldn't get to it, and the ball rolls by him all the way down to the 9. Great execution by Marian under pressure that time by Simonowski, a 39-yard punt with no return.
Locally owned going back 4 generations, Place Homes in South Bend has a team of players, architects, and designers ready to work for you on building your dream home. Visit placehomes.net for more information. Place Homes, building homes, not houses. Go St. Joe.
So 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line for the St. Joe Huskies, who have not been able to really get much offense generated tonight. They had one drive that penetrated to the Marian 21-yard line late in the first half, and what happened then was a pick six by Marian that gave them the first touchdown of the game. A.J. Lassane still in there at quarterback. Looks to throw out in the flat, and he completes it to his tight end, Mason Kazmierzak, for his first catch of the night. And the lacrosse captain and All-State in that sport manages to make the catch as Eric Logan is down on the field for Marian and slow to get up, and he'll hobble off.
J-Mill Packaging in Mishawaka is always rooting for number 17, Jack Darrell, and Marian High School, founded in 1973. J-Mill Packaging is one of the nation's leading box and packaging manufacturers. If you need custom packages, visit boxpackaging.com to learn more.
2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup by Kazmierzak. Lassane working from the gun. Play action pass. Heaves it out there. He's going deep for Hurley, who couldn't make the one-hand catch. Quinn Roan with terrific coverage on the play.
Yeah, terrific coverage, but great pass by Lassane again. Great touch on it. You can see here in the J-Mill Packaging replay, Lassane waiting, firing it downfield, got an arm on it. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on, but just little hand gestures back and forth.
So that'll leave it to 3rd and 7. And Lassane, who had a pretty good stretch late first quarter and the second quarter of completions, has only been able to complete 1 out of his last 6 passes. And St. Joe will take a timeout here. We'll keep it here.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more and joining the Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Reminder, next Friday night on Sports Michiana, we'll go in the Northern Lakes Conference as number 10 Northwood, which is in a dogfight with Mishawaka tonight over at Steele Stadium, takes on Northridge. Pregame at 6:45, kickoff at 7. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo has a special guest.
And we have the superintendent of the Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools, David Mogul. How awesome is this evening?
Man, it's been great. It's obviously been a battle with the defensive fronts, dominating the game on both sides. So I think it's going to have to come down to St. Joe trying to find a way to turn the ball over on the defensive and get a defensive score tonight.
How nice is it to see the communities of both schools coming out the way they have here this evening?
I mean, when you span the stadiums and you see the student involvement here and the support for each other, it's just an exciting thing to see and to know that these kids care so much for their teammates and support in this way.
Your second year as superintendent of schools here for the Diocese, what's it been like for you?
Oh, it's been a great experience. I know I've grown personally in my faith just being in it every day, all day, and to experience all these fans who are devoted to the mission is really also very exciting. The teachers, I mean, we have almost 1,000 teachers in our diocese, and to see them so committed to our mission is really exciting to see.
David, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for sponsoring this sideline report. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
And we thank the Diocese once again for their support. High snap. Ryder plays with a punt sponsored by K2 Power Solutions. And it will roll dead at the St. Joe 32-yard line. So, again, outstanding field position for Marian. This is one of the things both coaches talked about was the field position that special teams would be effective in.
Yeah, they talked about that would be a pretty much difference of the game, and Marian's had the best field position all night. One time they were backed up down to the 2-yard line, but other than that, they've had great field position, and St. Joe's defense has been working extra hard throughout this game because they've had to defend such a short field throughout this game.
Don't forget, Friday nights on Pulse FM, 103.1 FM. It's the Tire Rack Drive to the game. Anj and I talk to area players and coaches, preview our Sports Michiana game of the week, and hear from other area coaches as well before we make picks on all the big games. It's the Tire Rack Drive to the Game, Friday nights at 6 on Pulse FM. 1st and 10 from the St. Joe 32 with still 5:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Marian leading 14-0. Lucas Marr scrambling, wants to get rid of it, and now we'll just throw it away.
I think it's a great call getting downfield and understanding wasn't anybody open downfield. Instead of making a bad pass, just get it out of bounds.
The trainer, Ann Masinski, was open, but she had no interest in catching that bullet.
And a longtime trainer here at Marian. Started out at Bremen. Was actually my trainer back in high school.
And survived the experience.
I survived.
She did.
She took care of me, that's for sure.
2nd and 10. Marr tonight, 7 of 14 throwing the football for $128. Hanson, the man in motion. St. Joe showing blitz, and here they come. And the flag thrown because I think we had an offsides against St. Joe.
Yeah.
And the Marian fans with a bit of a Brox cheer because that is just the third penalty on the Knights tonight. Three penalties for 20 yards, but now Marian looking at a 2nd and 5 and all kinds of options for Michael Davidson as offensive coordinator. I talked to him this week about taking that new role. He said being a defensive guy as long as he has been certainly helps him with a perspective of knowing what defenses might try to do against different formations. So Marr airs it out for the end zone, and it's too far and incomplete. Deuce Owens wanted a flag, but there's none coming.
Whether it's the flamethrower, backyard bacon ranch, or the all-time favorite, the original double cheese, Frick's Dairy Queen invites you to stop in for his signature stack burger. Frick's Dairy Queen is located at 3907 Michigan Street on South Bend's South Side, and go Marian.
All kinds of temptations there for you at Frick's Dairy Queen, and the good news is they're all good. 3rd and 5. Deer roll lined up off to the right. Osmond coming. St. Joe came on a blitz and ran right by him, and it'll give Marian a chance at a 4th and 1, and the Knights want to go for it right here.
They're in the area where, yes, they can get up there online and see if they can get them jump off sides. If they do take a delay of game, it's only going to move them back a little bit, but looks like they're lining up and maybe
I think you might as well just try to go under your center and go for it, and that's what they wanted to do, but they didn't get there. St. Joe comes up with a big stop here, and the spot is all important. But St. Joe appears to have held on downs here with 4:25 to go in the third quarter.
Almost looked like it was a quick snap and nobody got off the ball. Here you can see the J-Mill package in replay. It just, Lucas hesitated and tried to go over to the side rather than just following straight up the middle.
Kobe Otto put his shoulder into Lucas Marr and kept him from going anywhere. And so it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Joe, and they stay within a 14-0 deficit here with 4:25 to go in the third. Maybe this is the spark Bendenny's team needed.
Yeah, the only thing is right there in the area they're at, you can see the grass is a little dead over there. They're actually moving chunks of grass out of the way, how tore up it is, to see if that has any play or any effect on the running game right here.
A.J. Lassane operating under center, the handoff in the backfield, and again, destruction by the St. Joe, by the Marian defense. Holy cow, have they dominated the line of scrimmage tonight. Eric Logan comes in and just eats up Brady Lonergan.
Just no gain ability to get upfield by Lonergan, any of the guys in the running game for St. Joe. Just this Marian defense up front just been able to get after it at the running game.
So it'll be 2nd and 13. Loniger now with 6 carries for no yards. So Lassane tries to go back to the air, throws out in the flat, and a falling down catch is made out there, as it'll be the snare made by James Crenity, the sophomore wide receiver, his first catch of the night.
Discover the spirit of competition at Marian High School. Our athletic programs combine skill, teamwork, and faith, fostering excellence on and off the field. Be part of the winning tradition that builds character and champions success. Visit marianhs.org to learn more.
Defensive coordinator Steve McNamara looking on. Blitz coming for Marian, and they jumped offside. Marian just has not been able to time up those blitzes very well tonight. And that is their 3rd offside penalty of the night. And now St. Joe will be looking at a 3rd and 1. Let's see if that changes the play call at all for Ben Downey and his offense.
Not sure, because the running game isn't happening, and when you get 3rd and short, they're really going to stack it up. So they really haven't been able to get the ball outside the corners either and really get in any space.
Downey put Cleek Kimbrough in the game for this play. He'll line up to the right of Lassane. But they've got Lassane under center here with Loniger right behind him. And Lassane's going to try to go behind the White Dogs, and he does. He gets the first down all the way up to the 36-yard line. Honestly, Bo, that's probably one of the best running plays they've had all night.
I think that's the most yards they've gained on a running play all night. Stayed right behind the center. Good surge. Get behind. Get a little bit of push on Lassane there by Loniger.
That's legal now.
Legal.
Things change over time. 2005, a certain game at Notre Dame Stadium, not legal. Now, fine.
Not legal, but I don't think anybody saw it.
Well, apparently not.
At least on the field.
1st and 10 from the 36. Lassane, down he goes. Joe Boone timed that blitz. And Boone came a-calling for a loss of 9.
Again, no place to go for Lassane. The blitz was on. It didn't matter where he turned backside on this. He knew he was done. He could just turn his shoulder and take the sack.
Boone picking up his first sack of the year. He says he's been working more on vocal leadership. I'm not sure he said anything like, look out. So 2nd and 19 from the 27. Lassane throws a bubble screen to Loniger, and he is able to avoid some tacklers and take it back up to the 36-yard line. But it'll still be, actually it's the 34-yard line where they'll spot him down, so it'll be 3rd and 12.
Chips and Doodles is a family-owned and operated small batch local bakery. Their delicious cookies are baked in a commercial kitchen and made with real vanilla and butter. Delivery is available, as is pickup near downtown South Bend. Learn more at chipsanddoodles.com.
Lassane is 14 of 27 with 3 interceptions tonight for 83 yards. Another blitz coming. They throw out in the flat. Loniger's got room to run, and Loniger takes it up to the 42-yard line, but still well short of the first down. He'll be about 4 yards short of the mark, and we'll see what Ben Downing decides to do here as seconds tick away in quarter number 3.
Looks like they are going to have to still run one play here before the quarter runs out. It's about a half second off from the game clock and the time clock.
And not a point where you feel like you can punt it away. So Austin Radigan checks into the game for St. Joe, and they'll try to get this play off. Play clock at 10. Now it's at 5. Lassane still hasn't called the signals. He does here. Lassane in the flat, caught by Kimbrough. He didn't make it. He gets knocked out of bounds by Cooper Suth at the 42, and Marian will get the ball back to start the 4th quarter. The Knights defense has dominated through 3 quarters of the Holy War, and they lead it 14-0 after 3 on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. What? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
What?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. We still have an injury down on the field, so while they tend to that, why don't we take another break? We're back with more action from Metulski Field after this on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
We found out about Notre Dame Federal Credit Union through a friend. We were nervous about growing interest rates, but Notre Dame Federal Credit Union communicated the entire way through that process and made us feel like we made a good move. Finding a house was the tricky part, but securing financing and going through the purchase process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, that was the easy part. That was simple. We would highly recommend working with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The customer service is amazing.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Just graduated high school and now wondering what's next? Ready to start making a difference? Now is your chance. The St. Joe County Police Department Correctional Officer's starting pay is $50,000. Working in the jail can teach you life skills that you can use as a correctional or police officer. Benefits include vacation, medical, dental, and vision. For more information, call Sergeant Kylie Williams at 574-245-6263 or apply at sjcpd.org.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life. So Cleet Kimbrough has been carted off the field here at Metulski Field. No word as to what his injury is, and there's no need to speculate. Our fourth quarter here is being brought to us by our friends at Christensen Furniture. Marian with the ball, 1st and 10 from the St. Joe 42 to begin quarter number 4. Lucas Marr has had a solid night at quarterback with no turnovers. He pitches to Brian Osmond, and Osmond finds a big hole up the middle and nearly broke it. Ruskowski with a touchdown-saving tackle at the 26. A pickup of 18, his longest run of the night, and a first down, sponsored by Marian High School.
As Chuck mentioned, our fourth quarter is sponsored by Christian Furniture, a family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. They're located on McKinley and Mishawaka. Customer service is their hallmark. They make sure you make the right choice by offering free design service at your home or in the store. Christensen Furniture, where affordability meets style.
18 carries, 67 yards for Osmond tonight. Bad snap. Marr falls on it back at the 36-yard line. That's a loss of 9. And then a late flag as St. Joe speared him in the back as he was laying on the ground.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where the defender thought the ball was kind of still getting away and tried to dive in for it. Here you can see in the J-Mill packaging replay, ball gets through, just dives down, and it just kind of landed on him a little bit. But yes, very uncalled for.
In high school football, when a player is down when his knee is on the ground, and as you see, Lucas Marr comes out of this football game with some back pain, so Mitchell Fimble will check in as the quarterback. We had mentioned earlier, Fimble has played in every game so far for the Knights, and he's acquitted himself quite well. The junior 6 of 10 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was very much in the quarterback battle at the beginning of the year for Michael Davidson's team.
Yeah, he's getting out there, looks very comfortable, getting out there, getting everybody lined up, motioning receivers.
After the personal foul, it's 1st and 5. Jack Dirrell gets the catch, but Dirrell brought down at the line of scrimmage.
DeWald Fluid Power and the Chico family are always pulling for Marian. DeWald Fluid Power is a full-service air and hydraulics and tooling components distributor. People you can trust, technology and solutions you deserve. DeWald Fluid Power.
Watching Marr on the sidelines, he's starting to trot back over towards the coaches. But Fimble is in there right now for a 2nd down and 5. Handoff. Osmond tried to spin away from a tackler but could only pick up 2 yards on the play. We've got more whistles, and I think there might have been another flag at the end of the play.
They're out there discussing. Didn't see anything get thrown on the ground. A little dark from our area to see over there in the corner.
So it's an official's timeout.
Oh, somebody threw somebody's, ripped their mouthpiece off, their mouth guard off their helmet and threw it down the field.
Well, we'll wait to see where they set the ball down. Looks like it'll be inside the 20-yard line. And that'll give Marian a 3rd down and 4 yards to go here. Fimble staying in there, quarterback. Fimble throws in the flat. Braxton Brooks with the catch, but he couldn't juke the defenders, and he'll lose 3 on the play. Terrific swarming by the St. Joe secondary. Coming over quickly that time on defense was Chris Williams, the senior DB.
A little bit out of Marian's range for a field goal, so they'll probably line up and go for it here on 4th down. They might take their time, take some time off, and call a timeout, or are they just going to go ahead and call a play?
Looks like Michael Davidson is set and knows what he wants his offense to try to execute here on 4th and 5. St. Joe just had a big 4th down stand on its last possession. Can they get another one here? Fimble drops back, fires for the end zone. Deuce Owens is there. Touchdown, Marian.
Wow, what a play call.
21 yards on a Marian Products touchdown for the Deuce. His first grab of the night, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Knights. Mitchell Fimble with his 3rd touchdown pass of the year.
What a great job by Fimble coming into the game, just cold off the bench on offense, coming in there, not throwing the ball all game, putting it on a dime to Deuce Owens in the back of the end zone.
So Lucas Primrose is on to try the extra point. The snap is high. The kick is errant as it goes to the left. The kick thrown off by the bad snap, but that's about the only thing that's gone wrong for Marian tonight, as the Knights now lead at 20-0.
Yeah, defense has really set up a lot of this for the offense, but just a great job of multiple people contributing, offense and defense. They're playing so well together as a team on all aspects of the game.
You hear coaches talk about complementary football, and that's complimentary with an E. We've seen that from the Knights tonight. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report. Here's Anj.
Tell you what, guys, I was about 5 yards away from that touchdown, and I couldn't even see it. That's how good the coverage was. That's how good of a catch that was from Deuce Owens, because he was totally man all over him, but somehow able to haul it in. Impressive job there, and that is a difference maker. You think about it, the ball goes back, and it's St. Joe's ball, 14-0. It's anyone's ball game. Now 20-0 late in the game. It is very hard to imagine St. Joe can get back in, but obviously they need a big drive here if they're going to have any chance of making some heroics here in the Holy War.
We pointed out earlier in this game the Huskies haven't scored more than 21 in a game all season, so they are really up against it here with 9:09 to go in this one. And normally a very balanced attack for Marian, but tonight the Knights have been a little more pass happy than we've seen them in many years, and it's paying off for Michael Davidson's team. We'll talk about that with an Andrew Weiss factoid after the kickoff. Spinning boot that will roll out of bounds and give St. Joe good field position. Typically, it's a pretty balanced diet for the Marian Knights offensively. They average 156 rushing yards a game, 153 passing yards. Well, they're right around that 153 passing yards tonight, but my goodness, the rushing game has only been able to get 54. Still, the defense has given them some short fields. Our thanks to Andrew White with the Knights of Columbus for the factoid.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things with this offense is the ability to pass or run. If they get shut down in one area, the ability to run the ball, if they get shut down in the passing game and vice versa, allows them to be very multiverse in the way they're able to attack the game plans and stuff. And here, as we're getting down, when you're up 20-0, then you just start running the rock a lot more, and they might get up to that 100 yards here later in this half.
And we've seen they have made St. Joe completely one-dimensional tonight. They have absolutely eliminated the running game for the Huskies. And A.J. Lassane not too happy that he's got to throw it. He lost the football. It'll be recovered by one of his linemen, but Lassane may be hurt on this play.
Yeah, he fell awkwardly as Johnson was coming in. Marian player down as well, but the pressure Caleb Johnson put on Lassane again came up from the backside, hit him on the back, kind of bent backwards just a little awkwardly. Here you can see the Jamil packaging replay. I mean, just the pressure's there right away.
Oh, between the way that the player fell on his leg and then the way his head snapped backwards and forwards, that did not look pretty. So let's take a break. We're going to run some spots until we can kind of get the injured players taken care of. 8:59 to go in this one. Marian 20, St. Joe nothing on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me. What? Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And indeed, this Sports Michiana game brought to you by TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Sam Shikatano comes in at quarterback for St. Joe, taking the place of A.J. Lassane, and his handoff on a run goes up the middle with Brady Loniger. They were looking at 2nd and 27 from the 18. Loniger was able to pick up about, I'd say, 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 22.
It's good to see Lassane walk off the field on his own. Didn't need much help getting off, just was a little shaken up, and Marian player as well. Everybody was able to get up and walk off the field.
So 3rd and 22 for St. Joe. And Shikatano again will just hand it off to Loniger. They're going very conservative here with the backup quarterback in the game. Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation. The punts tonight sponsored by K2 Power Solutions.
Carlton has been in business in South Bend for more than 50 years and are the country's leading provider of financial calculation software. While they serve clients throughout the country, Carlton believes in giving back here at home, including supporting St. Joe, where 3 generations of Rushkowskis have graduated. Go, St. Joe!
So Ryder Place on to boot it away. Braxton Brooks is the deep man for Marian. Fellas, I have the feeling we still have 7:53 to go in this one, but Caleb Johnson may get the rare sweep of student athlete, Reliance player of the game, and Big C Lumber play of the game all in one night.
Well, you know what? This defense has been phenomenal all night, and Caleb Johnson's been leading the way. And you know, Coach Davison talked to Ange as he was going off the field at halftime, and he asked him about him, and he said he couldn't be a better human being off the field as well.
Timeout here called by St. Joe gives us a chance to thank another one of our sponsors.
And that would be Tire Rack. And there for more than 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They're nationally known and locally run by an outstanding team that believes in supporting the Michiana community. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Reminder, Monday nights on Pulse FM at 7 p.m. Anj and I talk Notre Dame football on Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Irish Football Fix, as we will break down the game against the Purdue Boilermakers from Saturday, look ahead to the next home game with Miami of Ohio, and then we will also have a Focus on Faith feature. It all comes your way Monday night at 7 on Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Irish Football Fix. That's also available in podcast form. Looks like one of the officials has an emergency to attend to, so we will play the rest of this game with 4 officials. And that is why the timeout was called. Hang on, we'll go down to Angelo DiCarlo with an update from the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report after this punt by Place. High hanger here that Brooks will not attempt to field as it takes a St. Joe roll and dies at the Marian 45. Anj, what do you have?
The back judge was alerted to a family emergency, so let's keep the Wallman family in our prayers. So he is off to take care of more important things than right here.
That's an important thing to remember. These officials, and we're always asking for more officials for the Indiana High School Athletic Association, human beings just like the rest of us, and they have families and they have issues that come up, and their families are generous with their time on Friday nights and many other nights during the week, but sometimes things happen that you just have to tend to whether you're in the middle of a game or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that they dedicate their extra time to, and coming out here for these kids and these student athletes and for everybody in the stands. And this crew's been around. It's a very good crew. We've seen them years and years and years here on the game of the week, and hopefully everything's okay, and prayers to them.
44-yard line, 1st and 10 for Marian, trying to bleed the last 7:40 of this one. The pitch sweep to Brian Osmond. He tries to get around the outside, and he's hauled down from behind on the tackle by Lonnie Kierce. The 6'3", 300-pound senior gets him after a pickup of 3.
Marian Products has been known for meeting customer metal forming needs for more than 50 years, and they support everyone playing in tonight's game, but yeah, they do admit they really like Marian. Learn more at MarianProducts.com.
Jimtown now with a 22-14 lead on John Glenn. That game in the 4th quarter down in Walkerton. Chesterton with a 14-0 lead on LaPorte. That game in the second quarter. Penn beats South Bend Washington tonight, 44-6. 2nd and 7 from the 47. And another whistle and another flag for a false start on Marian. 11th night penalty of the night.
I was just going to ask if that was getting into double digits, and sure is. 11 penalties. They don't have to clean that up. Luckily, their defense has been lights out all night, really setting up the offense. And the offense really hasn't made any big mistakes, any turnovers like St. Joe has with their interceptions and stuff. But got to clean these penalties up, Marian, moving forward.
In Michigan, Portage Central has beaten Lakeshore 35-14. Winnemac with a 22-14 lead on Culver. And that game has 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Edwardsburg beats Plainwell tonight 61-24. Here's a stop in the backfield by the St. Joe defense.
Planning and preparation are important in life, and when it comes to estate planning, Peter Horvath Law will get you prepared. Need a will, trust, living will, or power of attorney? Peter is ready to advise and support you in protecting your assets and passing them on to your family. Learn more at peterhorvathlaw.com, and go Knights.
Concord now leads Northridge 34-17 in the fourth. LaVille leads Bremen 13-12 with 36 seconds left in that one in the fourth. Marr rolls out, takes a hit, but delivers to Jack Deerall. He's short of the first down as he makes the catch at the midfield stripe.
Lucas Marr's been taking some beatings tonight and getting that ball out and down the field. Great job again there, getting it to Jack.
It's a 9-yard pickup there. 155 yards passing now for Marian tonight. And they will go for it here on 4th and 4 because they have that much confidence in their defense, and why not? They're up 20-0 playing with house money. Brooks in motion. Fake the end around, give it to Osman, and he cannot get the first down. Owen Bayland came in and made the stop after a pickup of 2. And St. Joe will take over on downs with 5:51 to go. Marian leads 20-0. You're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. It is 1st and 10 for St. Joe from its own 48-yard line. The Huskies trailing 20-0. The bad snap is picked up, and I believe that is Franco Biffle on the carry for his first carry of the night as he takes it up to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 5.
It looked like the ball, when they went to snap it, it's one of those where the ball kind of gets caught when they're snapping it back for that shotgun, and it just rolls back, and Biffle was there. Here we might get a look on it. Yeah, went back, ball rolled back. Biffle was able to just pick it up and pick up 5 yards, biggest rushing play of the night for St. Joe.
Oddly enough, the other good news here is that A.J. Lassine is back in at quarterback for St. Joe, so whatever happened to him on that last series where he was sacked, he appears to have recovered from. We'll see how he throws it here under pressure, and it is dropped by Dallas Downey.
Founded in 1853, St. Joseph Parish is a vibrant community of faith in the heart of South Bend. At St. Joseph Parish, we seek to deepen our relationship with Jesus Christ by making God known, loved, and served. Learn more at stjoeparish.com or stjosephgradeschool.com.
Lassane has thrown for 93 yards tonight, but it has happened as he has thrown the ball 29 times. So if you're Marian defensive coordinator Steve McNamara, you got to be thrilled with the average per attempt that you're allowing tonight. 3rd and 5 from the 47. High snap, nobody caught it, and it's taken away by Marian. Flag on the play. Flag on the play, so hold on.
Yeah, it might have been a false start or an offsides. They're calling it in.
If Marian recovered the fumble, it would be Seth Kerzader credited with the recovery. And indeed, the penalty against St. Joe, it'll be Marian football at the Husky 46, the 4th turnover of the night for the Huskies.
A big thank you to Bruno's Pizza at River Park on Mishawaka Avenue for feeding our crew tonight. Stop in, take out, or get delivery from Bruno's Pizza, the best pizza in town since 1975. Go Knights!
I don't know if Franco Biffle was confused on the play or if he was supposed to try to take a running start and grab that. Either way, it didn't work well for St. Joe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was. To me, it looked like it was one of those bad snaps again, and he just thought he would, go over to try to take care of the ball, being that it was high and off to the side.
Belleville has beaten Bremen for the 9th straight time. This one, 13-12 Lancers. Handoff in the backfield, and Braxton Brooks this time is able to power forward for about 5 yards on the carry.
Brooks on the carry.
Brooks with his first carry of the night. He had carried the ball 11 times coming into this one.
Marian trying to just keep it on the ground, keep that clock running at this point. Reminder, our 4th quarter sponsor is Christensen Furniture. Stop on in McKinley Avenue, Mishawaka.
2nd down and 5. Lucas Marr hands it off. This is Brooks again, and he's got a first down sponsored by Marian High School all the way up to the 33-yard line. Jack Haig brings him down, but not until the Knights move the chains on an 8-yard pickup by Brooks.
And that first down sponsored by Marian High School. Big thank you to both these schools, Marian and St. Joe, being so welcoming to our crew tonight and throughout the week, visiting the schools.
West Noble beats Angola tonight 35-10. Monty Mulhorter's team now 4-0 on the year. Another big night running the football for Seth Pruitt. Mishawaka over Northwood 35-19, so Keith Kinder's team gets a nice bounce back win. Marr taken down by Owen Balant after a loss of 1. Balant, the heartbeat of the St. Joe defense, an all-state hockey player, very good baseball catcher, 4.0 GPA.
3-sport athletes still do it in the classroom.
Not too shabby.
Yep.
And that St. Joe baseball team expected to have a big year this year for Johnny Smolinski.
A lot of returners last year. His team, a lot of seniors coming back. Did lose Jace Lee. They're heading to Notre Dame.
Throw out in the flat, and Deuce Owens. It takes 3 Huskies to bring him down at the 31-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play for Owens, who had that nifty touchdown catch earlier here in the 4th.
That'll be an interesting holy war this year between Marian and St. Joe. In baseball and basketball, every sport's very interesting.
Rob Berger alluded to this during the halftime interview with Anj. It was a big week of competition between the two schools. Marian won the volleyball match in 5 games last night as Brooks takes the handoff. Brooks, electric, going up the middle, touchdown. From 30 yards out, it's sponsored by Marian Products, and there's the dagger.
Great job cutting upfield, getting in open territory, making one last cut into the end zone. You can see that speed once he was able to get upfield and get in open field. You can see here on the J-Mill packaging replay. Great job seeing the hole, getting upfield, making that cut.
Prescott Horvath was a road grader on that play and just moving people out of the way. And he had some help from Preston Shue as well. So a fine run by Marian, and Lucas Primrose is on to try the extra point. This time the snap is good. This time the kick is good. 2:55 to go, and Marian trying to get the shutout. They lead it 27-0. A reminder, next Friday night, more high school football on Sports Michiana, as we will join you from Intera Field in Middlebury. Number 10, Northwood, goes to take on Northridge in what is always a spirited Elkhart County rivalry. We're on the air with the pregame on the live stream at 6:45 on both the Sports Michiana and WSBT Facebook and YouTube pages. And then we'll have the kickoff for you at 7 p.m.
A big thank you to Lilliard Insurance Agency for their work in helping Sports Michiana get all its insurance needs. Real people, real service, real value. That's their slogan. But Matt Lilliard and his team also live it every day. Visit realvalueins.com to get the personal touch you deserve.
Garrett has defeated Lakeland tonight 41-27. Garrett now 4-0. Lakers fall to 3-1. Rochester gets its 6th shutout in the last 12 games.
Wow.
They beat Manchester 36-0. Berrien Springs with a win tonight as they get a 28-14 victory up in Michigan, and Valparaiso leads Michigan City 17-6 in the third quarter. Lucas Primrose ready to do the kicking. High end-over-end kick. Hurley will take it from his 2. And Hurley stumbles and falls at the 18-yard line. It's been that kind of night for the Huskies.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institute of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card, and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Concord is now 4-0. They beat Northridge 34-17 and will face Warsaw next Friday at Jake Field.
Now that's going to be a game next week, Warsaw and Concord.
If you listen to the drive to the game, it will be a test for my friend Mr. DiCarlo.
Yes, indeed.
Because 2 of his picking rules will conflict.
They will definitely conflict.
First and 10 from the 15. Here's a handoff on a jet sweep. Noah Butsumsi with the carry. He
still going.
Actually didn't touch down, but they whistled him down at the 21-yard line.
We've seen that play many a times over the past 10, 15 years where player will roll over the top of another player. Here you can see it.
His knee might have touched there at the 21. Noah's built so low to the ground at 5'3", it's hard to tell what head and shoulders, knees, and toes there.
Exactly.
Scoreboard says 2nd and 10, but it's more like 2nd and 5. Butsumsi on the run again. Makes a nifty move there and is able to spin his way forward to the 27-yard line. That should be good enough for a St. Joe first down. Let's go downstairs to Angelo DiCarlo for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report.
I do have a few rules when I pick games on the drive to game. I never pick against Bart Curtis, and this year I'm never picking against Concord. So you'll have to tune in next Friday at 6 p.m. on Pulse FM to see how I creatively get out of this mess, because I don't know what's going to happen.
There are no ties in high school football. Let's put it that way. 1st and 10 from the 26. No question, though, Craig Kaler's got a really good team this year over in Dunlap. Now we've got a whistle and a flag against St. Joe. And that'll march them back 5 yards. Delay of game called on the Huskies. This Marian team, we talked about it at the top, though. They had played good competition those first 2 games. Had Mishawaka down by 10 at halftime. Had CMA on the ropes till the end of the game. but it looks like they might be getting things going. Now, the problem for Marian is, as you take a look at this nice run here by Franco Biffle, their schedule is not friendly here in the NIC, especially being the smallest school in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, their games coming up. They got Penn and Elkhart coming up. And, I mean, they got a tough schedule for sure. But when I look forward to the playoffs. And their 3A sectional is very winnable for Marian. St. Joe, on the other hand, that 4A sectional that they're in, oh, man, I tell you what. That's going to be a barn burner in those teams in that 4A sectional.
And honestly, if their line can't protect any better than it did tonight, they're really going to be in a world of hurt in that sectional. But there's a long way to go until we get there. Here's Franco Biffle on the run for St. Joe, and Biffle works his way through traffic, gets a first down to the 45-yard line with 25.5 seconds left.
Biffle getting some yardage here late in the game. Marian defense has their backups in there, getting some playing time for some other guys.
And by the way, when we talk about the toughness of Marian's schedule, they're at Penn next week. For St. Joe, they turn around and they play host to South Bend Adams at Layton Stadium and Father Bly Field. St. Joe does have to run another play, even though team is looking over at Ben Downey. But Ben Downey says, let's just forget about the rules of the play clock and go down out of here. And this one has come to an end at Tulski Field. It's a shutout for Marian in the Holy War. They win it by a final score of 27-0. When we return, our St. Joe County Police Department postgame show features our Reliance Player of the Game and our Big C Lumber Big Play of the Game. And it all comes your way next on Sports Michiana's Game of the Week.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. And thank you to all these great sponsors for making it possible. Support us by supporting them.
$27-0 the final here at Tulski Field as the two teams will gather for their traditional post-game prayer here after the Holy War. But Marian gets the victory. They're 9th in the last 11 years. We welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, where you bank does matter. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hunt high above the fray. And before we get to our Big C Lumber big play of the game, we talked about defenses, and St. Joe's defense was lauded coming in for that 7-0 shutout that they posted on New Prairie. But you can't say enough about the job Marian's defense did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, superb job that they did tonight. They came up, they stopped the run. That was the biggest thing they did right away. They didn't allow any rushing yards in that first half. And then they just defended well by putting pressure on Lassane in the backfield.
And they provided the turning point of this game, too, because St. Joe was marching late in the first half in a 0-0 game, had the ball all the way down to the 21, and then Caleb Johnson comes up with our Big C Lumber big play of the game as A.J. Lassane drops back to pass, and Johnson is able to put his big hands up there, intercepted, and take it 73 yards for the score. So he was our student athlete of the week, our Big C Lumber big play of the game. And let's go down to Angelo DiCarlo with our Reliance player of the game. Guess who that might be?
It's Caleb Johnson, and look at that scene, buddy. What's that like to see that?
It's great. It's incredible. I mean, all the work that we put in, it's rewarding.
We'll get you there in a second, but tell us about the big touchdown. A turning point of the game, obviously. No score at that point. You get that interception. You take off. What was that moment like?
I didn't want to get hawked down. It was just the ball was in my hands, and I was like, I'm scoring a touchdown, and there's no one that could stop me. And it was great. It was a great feeling, and definitely tired after.
Tell us about the effort of the defense here tonight, pitching a shutout against St. Joe.
It was great. I mean, our defense has been amazing. Even if it doesn't show, I believe in our guys. This just shows like what we're really capable of.
I know the last couple seasons were difficult for you guys, a young team that is matured now and a lot of seniors. How much can a win like this lift you guys now for the rest of the regular season and then beyond?
It's great. I mean, we're on a 2-win winning streak. I think heading forward, just having this, especially a big game, Holy War, one of the most important games of the year, it's just going to give us momentum, keep on going up until sectionals, regional, state.
All right, Caleb, thank you very much. Go celebrate with your friends and your teammates.
Thank you.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our Reliance player of the game, Caleb Johnson. Great effort here tonight. And Chuck, you said it best. I'm not sure when you could have someone get the trifecta of Tony Letcher, Student Athlete of the Week, the Reliance player of the game, and the Big C Lumber play of the game. But, hey, Caleb Johnson does it.
Earned every one of them, and congratulations to him. I know we supered him as Celeb Johnson. He is a celebrity at Marian right now after that performance. But congratulations to Caleb. And so we touched on it at the end of the game. Michael Davidson's team has to turn around and play Penn. Nobody really likes to sign up for that assignment in the NIC, but they have it. And I think you made a very good point. Somehow Michael Davidson has to convince them, you forget about the regular season, just focus on getting ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 offensive linemen out tonight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, putting up 27 points against this defense in St. Joe with your 2 top offensive linemen out of the game, I mean, that's a fantastic job. Keep building week to week. Come in the next week, just prepare week to week, get better each and every single day, and get ready for that sectional run.
I know Notre Dame fans didn't like to hear it when Marcus Freeman talked about the team needed to learn how to handle success. But Ben Downey's team went through the same thing this week.
Yeah. I mean, they came off a 7-0 victory against a great New Prairie team that puts up points after points after points year in and year out. They had a shutout. It was a huge win. The kids all bought in. Well, they came in here tonight, might have been a little bit overconfident, got out here and found out how fast this Marian defense was, and they shut them down.
And how about that guy, Michael Davidson? His 50th win at Marian High School comes in the Holy War against St. Joe. For a Marian family like the Davidsons, it doesn't get any sweeter than that. Our thanks to you for sticking with us through our streaming problems tonight, and our thanks to our Michiana video crew, headed up by Gary Martin, with help from guys like Josh Kellogg and Tony Beltran in the truck. And then we had Luke McDowell and Deron Gray and Chris Skibby running the cameras tonight. A reminder, we are back with you next Friday night for more high school football, as we'll have Northern Lakes Conference action for you from Middlebury when the 10th-ranked Northwood Panthers go over and take on their Elkhart County rivals, the Northridge Raiders. Our live stream begins at 6:45 with the kickoff at 7. And, of course, our 2 radio shows airing on Pulse FM, the Tire Rack Drive to the Game Friday nights at 6, and Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Irish Football Fix, which will come your way Monday night at 7. For my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt and Angelo DiCarlo, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final, Marian 27, St. Joe nothing. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana. So long from the Princess City.